Hello everyone, so in this video we are going to learn the top 15 Google Drive automation, which means that this video is going to be a complete guide for you how you can learn the immensely useful and the most amazing automations for Google Drive to make your work even more easier. So what you're going to learn is, first of all, you can send Google Drive files to Discord channel directly. Then you can upload the YouTube videos from the files that you have collected in your Drive. Then you can send emails for the new files which are added in your Google Drive like a notification system. You can also save and upload files in Google Drive on any form submission. A form is submitted and the file is saved on your Google Drive. Automatically you can copy files from one Drive folder to another, and you can also create interactive flipbooks from the PDF files that you have in your Google Drive. And not just these automations, you are going to learn total 15 topmost automations with the help of Pabbly Connect. Come to my screen and let us learn how to do it.
In this video, we are going to learn how you can send Google Drive files to Discord channel automatically. So let's take an example that you are uploading some business related documents on your Google Drive. Now you want to share the same documents with your team on Discord channel also. For that, you need to create a connection between Google Drive and Discord so that whenever you upload a new document or a new file in your Google Drive, automatically the same file is shared with your team on Discord channel along with a message. So how you can integrate Google Drive with Discord channel using Pabbly Connect? For that, you need to come to my screen. So welcome to my screen. Here let us type Pabbly, pabbly.com in our browser. This is the website of Pabbly. Here we have to come to products and click on Pabbly Connect. This is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. As you are the first time user, you have to click on sign up for free button and you can create your own account in just 2 minutes. And you are going to get free task every month. If you are already a user of Pabbly Connect, simply click on sign in. In the all apps section, come to Pabbly Connect and click on access now. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to create a workflow. For that, come to this plus sign and click on create workflow. Now here we have to give a name to the workflow. So let us give the name as send Google Drive files to Discord channel. Here you can give the workflow name as per your requirement and simply click on create. Now we can see a trigger window and an action window. So Pabbly Connect works on the concept of trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this particular use case, we want to share our files that we have uploaded on our Google Drive with our team on Discord channel. So first we have to create an integration between Google Drive and Pabbly Connect. So here our trigger application would be Google Drive. So let us choose the application name as Google Drive over here. Select the trigger event as new file in specific folder. Click on connect. Click on add new connection and click on connect with Google Drive. Now here we have to choose an account to continue to Pabbly Connect Drive. So here I am just choosing my account. Pabbly Connect Drive wants additional access to your Google account. So here it is asking for the access. Let's click on continue to give away the access as the data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect. Authorization successful. Okay. And now Google Drive account is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now here, as we have created a connection, here we can find all the folders or subfolders that we have created in our Google Drive account. So here you can see all the folders are retrieved over here. So I'll just take you to my Google Drive account also. So here I have already created a folder named business documents. So now I want that whenever a new file is uploaded in this particular folder, then automatically the file details should be captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So here I'll be selecting the same folder name as business documents. Now before clicking on save and send test request, first I am going to upload a new file in my Google Drive folder over here. So click on this plus sign new, click on file upload, and here I'll be uploading this partnership agreement document. Okay, and here we can see that the document is uploaded. Now let's move back to Pabbly Connect and now we are going to click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received, and in the response we have got the title as partnership agreement.pdf. Okay, and here some other details related to this particular file are captured over here. Okay, now I want to give you an important information that here you can see that the data has captured immediately. but sometimes it may take some time in capturing the response as the trigger here is polling based. So if your data doesn't get captured immediately, don't worry about that and please wait for 15-20 minutes patiently. The data will surely arrive. And here it is also mentioned that this trigger will check for the new data in every 10 minutes. Okay. Now we want to make this file a shareable one so that it can be shared with anyone. For that, come to this Actions tab and here choose the application name as Google Drive once again. And here select the action event as share a file with anyone. Click on Connect. Now here select existing connection just because we have recently created a connection. Simply click on Save. And now Google Drive account is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now here it is asking for the file ID. So we have already received the file ID from our trigger response over here. So now we are going to map this particular file ID in our action step over here. For mapping, simply enable the mapping button. Remove this data from here. Come to Google Drive and map the ID. Okay. And now we have to just click on Save and Send Test Request. Okay, and here we can see the response is received. And here in the response, we have got web view link. So this is the shareable link of our Google Drive file. Okay. Now we want to share this particular file with our team on Discord. So click on this plus sign Add Actions tab. And here choose the application name as Discord. Select the action event as Send Channel Message Markdown. Click on Connect. Now here we have to give the webhook URL. Enter your webhook URL over here. Follow these steps to get webhook URL from your Discord account. So I'm just going to click on this hyperlink. And here you can see that all the instructions related to how you can just enter your webhook URL from Discord channel in Pabbly Connect is mentioned. So you can follow these instructions and you can find your webhook URL. Okay. So here I'll just take you to my Discord channel. You can see that I have already created some servers over here. So if you want to create a new server, simply click on this plus sign, add a server. Just give a name to the server and a server will get created. Okay. And here I have already created a server named Pabbly Team. And in this particular server also I have created various channels. If you want to create a new channel, simply click on this plus sign, create channel. Just select the channel type as text channel or a voice channel. Give a name to the channel over here. Select the privacy. You only selected members and roles will be able to view this channel. You can select it as a private channel or a public channel and simply click on create channel and the channel will get created. So here in the same way I have created a channel named business documents. So now I want to link this particular business documents channel with Pabbly Connect using webhook URL. So I have to simply click on this small arrow sign, click on server settings and here we can find integrations option. Click on it. And here we have to just click on webhooks and here we are going to create a new webhook. So click on new webhook button. Okay. And let's scroll down. Here we have to give a name to the webhook. So I'm just going to give the name as Google Drive Integration. Okay. Here you have to select the channel name. So here I want the channel name to be business documents. So let us find the same channel. Business documents. Okay, then I'll just copy this webhook URL from here and I'll click on save changes. So here we can see that our webhook is ready over here. Now let's move back to Pabbly Connect and here we'll be pasting the webhook URL that we have copied from Discord. Okay. Now here it is asking for the message. Enter the message content in Markdown syntax supported by Discord. So here I'm just entering a message as new document. And after the message, I want the file link to be attached over here. So I have mapped the file link from share a file with anyone step. Okay. Now here it is asking for the bot name. So if you want to mention some bot name, just give it over here. I'm just giving it as new doc. Okay. If you want to mention bot icon, you can just give bot icon URL over here. Okay. And now let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the response is received. It means the document is shared on our Discord channel. Let's check it. I'm just going to close this step. Okay, and here we can see new doc. This was the bot name and here we can see that the document is shared named partnership agreement.pdf. Let's open this link. Okay, and here you can see that the partnership agreement is shared. So in this way, our integration is working fine. Let's move back to Pabbly Connect and let us save this workflow first. Data saved successfully. Okay, now we are going to check this in the real time that whether our integration is actually working fine or not. For that, I'll just move to my Google Drive folder once again, and here I'll be uploading a new file. So let's come to File Upload, and this time let us select this job proposal file. Okay, and here we can see that the file is uploaded named jobproposal.pdf. Now we are going to check our Discord channel. We are going to just refresh it. Okay, and even after refreshing, we can't find the business document shared on our Discord channel just because I have already informed you that the trigger here is polling based and it will take time to capture the response. So we have to wait for some time. Okay, and within some time, I can find a new document shared over here, that is job proposals. Let us open this file also. And here we can see that a job proposal.pdf file is shared. And in this way, we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. Let's move back to Pabbly Connect. And I'll just minimize all these windows and let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. So first, we have created an integration between Google Drive and Pabbly Connect so that whenever a new file is uploaded in a specific folder, automatically the file details are captured in Pabbly Connect. Then we have made that particular specific file a shareable one so that it can be shared with anyone. And then using those details of the file, we have automatically shared the same file with our team on the Discord channel. And in this way, we have created a successful integration between Google Drive and Discord channel using Pabbly Connect. Thank you.
In this video, we are going to see how to write a newsletter using OpenAI. So let's say that you are using Google Sheets, and in this sheet you have got various titles. With these titles, you want to create a newsletter. And for this, you are using OpenAI, which is an artificial intelligence software that helps you to create content. And then you want to create a document, Google Docs, and then save this data there. Now, how can you do that? For this, you will have to integrate these three applications, and the same can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here, these three applications would be integrated. Your trigger application would be Google Sheets, your action application would be OpenAI, and another one would be Google Docs. This entire process will be set up, integrated, automated, and you can do it yourself. How would you do it? To understand that, let me take you to my screen.
To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, it will take us to the landing page of this software. Now on the right hand side, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you already have an account, simply sign in. If you are a new user, then you will have to sign up, and it is not going to take more than 2 minutes. Also, at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. Now since I already have an account here, I'm going to click on sign in. And here we have reached the All Apps page. Let's click on Access Now for Pabbly Connect. And here we have reached the dashboard of this application. Now on the right hand side, you can see the option Create Workflow. Let's click on this tab. And here a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now here my objective is that I have got some titles for newsletters. Every month I have to send newsletters, and with these titles I want to generate the content for my newsletters and then post them. First create a document, then post it on that document, and then later it has to be saved in my Google Drive. So here I'm going to name it as Google Sheets, OpenAI, Google Docs integration. Let's click on Create. So once done, here we have reached another window which has got two very important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens and action is do this. Basically, action is the response of my trigger. Here I'm going to choose the first application as Google Sheets. So here is the sheet, and now it is asking me for the trigger event. This is the event that will make my workflow start, which is new or updated spreadsheet row. Now here we have received a webhook URL which is actually going to act as a bridge for connecting the two applications. let's copy this. Once done, now this is the Google Sheet that I've already created. So these are the newsletter titles and this is general date, which is it is supposed to be posted on this particular date. Now to first connect this particular Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect, we have to go to extensions, go to add-ons and then get add-ons. Once we are here, this is the Google Workspace Marketplace. Here you have to look for the application Pabbly Connect Webhooks. This is it. And now you have to install it on your system. So if it isn't installed, install it. I already have done it. Once done, let's close this. Go back to extensions and you would be able to see Pabbly Connect Webhooks here. Remember to go to initial setup. Once you are here, you can see that it has automatically captured the name of the sheet. Now I'm going to delete the URL and paste the URL that we have just copied. And here the trigger column would be column B. What is the trigger column? Basically, it is the final data column on which the data is added. So for us, it is B. Let's click on send test. Now here you can see that the test data has been sent successfully. Let's click on submit. So also you have to remember there that, here we have send on events. This has to be checked. So now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect and here you can see that we have received the API response. So newsletter titles. So this is the title. This is to be posted on this particular date, the name of the spreadsheet, ID, etc. Once this is done, I have to create the content. For this, I'm going to use the action application OpenAI. Let's click on this. And now the action event would be to generate content. Let's click on connect and here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the OpenAI account. For this, I'm going to click on add new connection and here we need a token to set up this connection. Now we are going to go and click on this hyperlink over here. I have already logged into my OpenAI account and this is the secret key. Let's just copy it, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here and then click on save. So once done, here you can see that we have received some information like select AI model, prompt, maximum token, select sampling type, etc. To understand what is this, first let me take you to my OpenAI account. So this is my OpenAI account. I have already logged in. This is the dashboard. It is an extremely interesting and helpful application based on artificial intelligence which helps us in creating content. You can create formal content of any length from 0 characters to 4,000 tokens. Now here we have to go to playground. Once we are here, and before I start, I'm going to show you some magic. So if I say that write a newsletter on the title, and let me give it a title which is are we keeping a check on our health. Now as soon as I write this and I submit, we'll see some magic. And yes, here you can see that it has already started to write a newsletter for us. Now a newsletter can be as long and as short as you wish, and the same can be done here by customizing the length of this letter. Now let's say that I have selected it for 500 and now I'm again going to, first I'm going to delete this and now I'm going to submit it once again. And now here you can see that we have started to get a longer message. So isn't that interesting? Now let's understand the setting part. So here we have got different modes. Then we have the model. We are going to choose text DaVinci 002. Why? Because this is the most capable model in the GPT-3 series. Then we have the temperature. It controls randomness. Basically, as the temperature approaches 0, so it will become really repetitive. So if you do not want it to be repetitive, you can take it from 0.7 to 1. This is the default setting, 0.7. Then we have the maximum length. I have already told you how you can change this. You can go up to 4,000 tokens. Then we have the top P. Then frequency penalty is it decreases the model's likelihood to repeat the same line. So you can make it 0 and you can take it up to 1. Similarly, presence penalty, it increases the model's likelihood to talk about new topics. Again, you can make it 0 to 1. So let's say that I want to make it 1 and here also I want to make it 1. Now, it generates multiple completions server side and displays only the best. So you can select best up to 10. So let me select best up to 3. Once this is done, let me also show you what is prompt. So if I click on this view code, here you can see prompt, and the prompt is everything that you have written before you write submit. So this particular part, write a newsletter on the title and this entire title, this is your prompt. Now I'm taking you back to Pabbly Connect, and here the model has already been selected. Now the prompt. So let me write a newsletter on the title, and then I'm going to map the name of this title. Mapping means that I have received this information in my previous step and I'm just going to retrieve it here. So going to the first step, this is the title. Once done, maximum tokens we have selected is 500 here. Then the select sampling type, we already know this is temperature sampling. You have got two options, temperature and nucleus sampling. We are going to go for temperature sampling. Then we have the sampling value. The default is 0.7. So if you do not write a number here, it will automatically capture 0.7. So I'm just going to write it anyway. Then we have the presence penalty. We have selected as 1. This is also we have selected as 1. The stop sequence. Now, if I show you the stop sequence, this is like if you write this particular part, then the API will stop generating further tokens. So this is very important. Let's say I have written double backslash and double hashtag. So this is my stop sequence. This will stop generating further tokens. Going back to Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to write double backslash double hashtag. And the best of, we have selected it as 3. Let's click on save and send test request. So here you can see that we have received the API response, and this is the text. So this is the newsletter that we have received, right? So once this is done, my next objective is, first I have to create a Google document, and then I have to make sure that this information gets there. So I'm going to add another action step here, which is Google Doc. Here is the application. Let's go here. Once done, the action event here would be to create a blank document. Let's click on connect. And now I'm going to click on add new connection. Why? Because Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with Google Docs account. Let's click on this. I have already logged in. So I'm just going to select the account and then authorize it. Let's click on continue. And here you can see that the authorization has been successful. Now the name of the document. So I wish to create my document with the same name as the name of the title. So I'm going to go to Google Sheets and click on the title. Next, click on save and send test request. So as soon as we have done that, I'm going to take you to my Google Docs now. And here, if I refresh this page, here you can see, blessed are those who are organized. This particular document has been created and it's absolutely blank. Going back to Pabbly Connect, my next objective is to make sure that the content that I've just created should become a part of this document. So here again, I'm going to look for Google Doc application. Let's go to action event, and this time I'm going to append a paragraph to a document. Let's click on connect. And again here, I'm going to just go with the existing connection. Let's click on save. And now, see, this is the document. So here, I'm going to first toggle this towards the right. And now I'm going to map this information. What do I want? I'm looking for this document ID that I've just created. This is the document ID. So here I'm going to go down, click on this, go to step 3. And now I'm going to simply come at the last, and this is the document ID. So once done, what text do I want to be a part of this? So first I'm going to write the title. Every time I want the same format, then the name of the title, which is this, and then I'm going to press enter. And here I'm going to go to step 2 and look for the text that I want to be a part of my document, and finally click on save and send test request. Now I'm going to take you back to my document. And here you can see this is the title and this is the newsletter that I want to write. This means that our integration process is a complete success. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check this for live, for real. For that, I'm going to take you back to my Google Sheet, and here I'm going to add another newsletter title, which is Life is a Sip of Coffee. Okay, and this has to be posted on, let's say, 1st October 2022, right? So once this is done, the moment I have written this title over here, what should happen? First of all, OpenAI should create a content, a newsletter, and then the same should become a part of the document that it is going to create with the same title. Life is a sip of coffee. So now I'm going to take you back to my Google Documents. And here you can see life is a sip of coffee. With this title, a document has been created. And if I go inside, so this is my entire newsletter. So I hope that you are absolutely clear with this. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect and quickly understand the entire process once again. Our trigger application was Google Sheets, where our trigger event was new or updated spreadsheet row. We had given it certain titles. Now with these titles, we had integrated OpenAI, Google Sheet and OpenAI, and it has started to generate content. Then our next action application was to first create a blank document on Google Docs, and then the last action application was to append a paragraph to a document in Google Docs. So if in case you have any other doubt, you can always refer to the workflow that we have just worked on. It is there in the video description. Or you can clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any other suggestion or advice, you can always write to us.
In this video, we are going to learn how you can create interactive flipbooks from PDF. So the idea here is that whenever you're going to upload a new PDF file into a specific folder into your Google Drive account, then automatically a new flipbook should get created into your Heyzine software application. For that, you need to integrate your Google Drive with Heyzine. So how you can integrate both these software applications using Pabbly Connect? For that, you need to come to my screen. To create interactive flipbooks from PDF, first we need to log into pabbly.com. This is the website of Pabbly. Now here we can find two options, sign in, sign up free. If you're a new user, you have to just click on sign up for free button and you can create your own account in just 2 minutes. And you are going to get free tasks every month. If you're already a user of Pabbly Connect, simply sign in. From the All Apps section, access Pabbly Connect. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to create a workflow. For that, click on this plus sign, create workflow. Now here we have to give a name to the workflow. So let us give the name as Create Interactive Flipbook from PDF. Here you can give the workflow name as per your requirement and simply click on Create. Now we can see a trigger window and an action window. So Pabbly Connect works on the concept of trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this particular use case, we want that whenever we are going to upload a new PDF file into a Google Drive folder, then automatically the same file should be converted into an interactive flipbook. So now let's integrate Google Drive with Pabbly Connect first. Open this trigger window and here choose the application name as Google Drive. Select the trigger event as new file in a specific folder. Click on Connect. Click on Add New Connection and click on Connect with Google Drive. Now here it is asking to choose an account to continue to Pabbly Connect Drive. So here I'm just going to choose my account in which I have already created a folder. Now it is asking for the additional access. So let's scroll down and click on Continue to give away the access as the data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect. Authorization successful. And now the Google Drive account is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now as we have created a connection, here we can find all the folders or subfolders that I have created in my Google Drive account. Okay, you can find all the folder names over here. So I'll just take you to my Google Drive account where I have already created a folder named Flipbook and I have given the shareable access over here. Okay, so now I am going to integrate this particular folder, that is Flipbook, with Pabbly Connect. So from the drop down, I am going to select my specific folder name, that is Flipbook. And now before clicking on save and send test request, first I'm going to upload a new file in this particular folder, just because after clicking on this save and send test request button, it is going to capture the latest response. The latest file details will be captured over here. So let's move to our Google Drive account. And from here, I'm just going to click on this plus new button and let's upload a new file. And I'm just going to upload this lightning products brochure. Okay, it is getting uploaded. And within some seconds, it will be uploaded. Okay, and here we can find that a new PDF file is uploaded over here and the name is lightning products brochure.pdf. Okay, now let's move back to Pabbly Connect and now we are going to click on save and send test request. And here we can see the responses received and all the details related to this particular file are captured over here. we can find a web content link. Okay, this is the link of the PDF file. When we scroll down, we can find some permission kinds, permission IDs, and here we have got the title also, that is the file name. Okay, now here I want to give you an important information that here you can see that the data has captured immediately, but sometimes it may take some time in capturing the response as the trigger here is polling based. So if your data doesn't get captured immediately, don't worry about that and please wait for 15-20 minutes patiently. The data will surely arrive. Okay, and here also it is mentioned that this particular trigger will check for the new data in every 10 minutes. Okay, now we have already got the response over here. Now we want to create a new interactive flipbook using this particular PDF file. So now let's integrate Heyzine with Pabbly Connect. So come to this action window and here choose the application name as Heyzine. Select the action event as create a flipbook. Click on connect. Click on add new connection and now it is asking for the API key. Enter your API key and you can find your API key from here. So I'm just going to click on this hyperlink that is here. And here we can find the API key. So I'm just going to copy it and I'll be pasting the same over here. And now let's click on save to create a connection. And here we can see that the Heyzine account is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now here it is asking for the PDF URL. So here we have to map the URL that we have already received from our trigger response over here. That is a web content link. Okay, here we'll be mapping this particular URL. For mapping, simply scroll down. Click it over here, come to the trigger response and from the drop down, let us find the web content link. Okay, now why we have mapped the file URL or the PDF URL over here? Just because next time, whenever you're going to upload a new PDF file to your Google Drive folder, then automatically the file will be captured over here. The new file details will be captured and the new file will be converted into your interactive flipbook. Okay, that is the reason we have to map it over here instead of copying and pasting. Now it is asking for the title. So here we have got the title also. But here in the title, we have got .pdf extension also. So I don't want this .pdf extension to be given to my flipbook. So I have to just remove this particular extension from the file name. For that, we have to apply a text formatter over here. So click on this plus sign to add an action step and choose the application name as text formatter. Select the action event as split text. Click on connect. Now here it is asking for the text that needs to be splitted. So here I'll be mapping the title. Okay, that is Lightning Products Brochure.pdf. Let's come to Google Drive response and from the drop down, let us map the title. Now here it is asking for the separator. Enter the character, special characters are allowed or the word separator to split the text on. For space as a separator, use space in the curly braces. So here I want to give the separator as dot. Okay, and the segment index should be the first one. So the text which is before the dot sign will be captured in the response. Let's click on save and send test request. And here we have got the response and in the response we have got the result, that is the file name is captured without the .pdf extension. Okay, so now we'll be mapping this particular file name. But as we have added an action step, we have to just reconnect Heyzine application with Pabbly Connect. Simply click on select existing connection and click on save. And now here we'll be mapping the title from our text formatter response. Here if you want to specify some subtitle also, then you can just map it over here. Allow downloading, you can just select it as yes or no as per your requirement. In my case, I'm just keeping it as no. Full screen, no. Previous and next buttons, no. Show the title, subtitle and description. Let's keep it as yes. Okay, background color you can specify as per your requirement. And if you want to specify some logo, then you can give the logo URL over here. And now let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received and in the response we have got the URL, thumbnail and the PDF file. So let us check our Flipbooks. We have to just refresh our account. And here we can see that a new Flipbook is created over here. Lightning Products Brochure. Let's open the Flipbook. Okay, it is getting loaded over here. Okay, and here we can see that our Flipbook is created successfully. Okay, now let's move back to Pabbly Connect and let us save this workflow first. Data saved successfully. Okay, now we have set up an automation. This is a one-time process. Next time, whenever you're going to upload a new PDF file in your Google Drive specific folder, then automatically a new Flipbook will get created into your Heyzine account. So now we are going to check this in the real time that whether our integration is actually working fine or not. For that, let's move to the Google Drive folder. Here we are going to upload a new PDF file. And this time I'm just selecting this revision notes for biology. And here we can see that a new PDF file is uploaded. Now let us check our Heyzine account. Just close this window and we have to just refresh it. And even after refreshing, we can't find a new flipbook created over here just because I have already informed you that the trigger here is polling based and it will take time to capture the response. So here we have to wait for some time. So now it's almost 6 to 7 minutes. Let us refresh our Heyzine account once again. And here we can see a new flipbook is created. Okay, we can find the file name as Neat Revision Note. Let's open it. Okay, Neat Revision Notes for Biology. And here we can see that a new flipbook is created successfully. And in this way, we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. Okay, let's move back to Pabbly Connect. And now I'll just minimize all these windows and let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. So first we have created an integration between Google Drive and Pabbly Connect so that whenever you're going to upload a new file into a specific folder, automatically all the file details are captured in Pabbly Connect. Then we have applied a text formatter over here just because in the trigger response, we have got the file name along with the extension. So we have removed the extension using the split test action step over here. And at last, using all these details, we have created a new flipbook in our Heyzine account. And in this way, we have learned that how we can create interactive flipbooks from PDF using Pabbly Connect. Thank you.
So in this video, we will learn how to upload new Google Drive video to YouTube. Now suppose guys you are uploading your new videos which you want to publish on your YouTube channel into your Google Drive folder. And from there guys you can automatically upload that same video on your YouTube channel using Pabbly Connect automation. So the trigger of this automation will be uploading a new file on our Google Drive folder, a new video on your Google Drive folder. And then automatically using those files, these videos title, we are going to get the other details which are required to upload the video like the description, tags and title of the video from the Google Sheet. And then after getting those details, automatically we are going to upload the same file on our YouTube channel, the same video on our YouTube channel. Now guys, how you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give your workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Google Drive to Google Sheets to YouTube. And then just click on Create. Now we can see that a workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. So the idea here is first we have to get the details or the data of video file which we are uploading on our Google Drive inside Pabbly Connect. So we are going to connect our Google Drive account with Pabbly Connect and get the new files in our specific Google Drive folder. Then after that, after getting that file, what we are going to do, the file which we will be uploading on Google Drive will be the exact same file name, what will be the title of our YouTube video. So we are going to get the file name from that response and then we are going to search for the details of that file like description, tags and other details which are required to upload the YouTube video with the title of the file. With the name of the file, we are going to search in our Google Sheet that what is the title and we are going to get the details. And after that, using those details, we are going to upload that video into our YouTube channel. And at last, we are going to upload or add the link of that uploaded video on our Google Sheet as well in front of that title. So let's begin. So here in trigger window, in choose app, search for Google Drive first. Select it. And after that, in trigger event from the drop down, select new file in specific folder. So you can also use new file as a trigger event, but it will detect or it will get all the files data which you are adding in your Google Drive. But we want that when we add a file, a video in a specific folder in Google Drive, we only want to upload only those specific videos on our YouTube channel. So we are going to select new file in specific folder as a trigger event. Click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Google Drive account with Pabbly Connect. And to do so, click on this sign in with Google button and then just select your Google Drive account, scroll down and click on continue. And as we click on continue, we will see our Google Drive account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. Then it is asking us folder or subfolder, that in which folder we are looking for new files. So in the drop down below, you can see a list of all the folders and subfolders which you have created in your Google Drive account can be seen over here. Out of which there is a folder named as YouTube video which I have created. And I want whenever I upload a video file in this folder of Google Drive, I want this automation to start, this automation to trigger, and then I want to upload that video on my YouTube channel with all the details of that video title, the file title which I have added in the Google Sheet. So we are going to select YouTube videos as the folder over here. So select it. And then when you click on save and send test request, the details of the most recent video uploaded on this folder will be received inside Pabbly Connect. So right now this folder is empty. So let's upload a video file in this folder. Click on new, file upload. And we have this video named as Big Waves Rushing to the Shore. So we are going to upload this file on our Google Drive in this particular folder. And yes, now we can see that this video is being uploaded on our Google Drive. After this, let's get back to our Pabbly Connect workflow and click on Save and Send Test Request. And after clicking on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received a response. And in this response, you can see the details of the same video which we have just now uploaded. So here we have the email address, the other details of our Google Drive account. Also, we will be seeing the name of the file which we have uploaded. So this is the same file name which we have uploaded on our Google Drive over here. And then we also have an extension that what is the file format of this uploaded file. So guys, what we have to do, we have to basically remove this extension of .mp4 from this name. For each and every title or each and every file we upload, we are going to get the extension of the video format over here. So we have to remove that format as well. Now after this guys, what we will be getting, we will be also getting the link of this video which we have uploaded. So using that link guys, we are going to upload this same file over here. So here we have the link in this web view content link response. We can see the link of the video which we have uploaded. So we have to share or send the same link to YouTube step. Now guys, let's move to the next step. And in the next step, what we have to do, as we discussed, we have to change the title of the video or the file which we have received. And we have to basically remove this file extension from here. Now to do so, we are going to use a feature of Pabbly Connect that is called text formatter. So you scroll down, come to your action window, and here in choose app, search for text formatter. So using text formatter guys, in the action step from the drop down, we will be selecting split text and then just click on connect. After this, the first thing it asks us is to text to split. So what is the text? What is the response in which we want to make the changes? So we want to make the changes in this title of the file, the response of title of the file which we have received. So we have to basically map this response over here in this field. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field of text to split, and in the drop down below, we will see all the responses which we have received from Google Drive of a new file can be seen over here. And out of all of these responses, select the response of title and it will be mapped over here. After this, it is asking us for the separator. So this full stop, this period symbol will be the separator because we want to separate or get the text before this period symbol. So here we are going to select separator as this full stop. And then in segment index, we are going to select the segment index as first because we just want to get the text before this full stop symbol. And after that, just click on save and send test request. Now, when we click on save and send test request, in result, you can see that we have received the name of the file. And as I told you guys, here we will see that the file which we have uploaded on our Google Drive, the video file, we have given or we have renamed the same file before uploading the exact same name of our YouTube video title. So guys, in our Google Sheet, we have entered the details of the video which we want to upload on YouTube. We have the video title, description, tags, and all the details you can add over here. So here guys, from this Google Sheet, we want to get these details. Like we have this video title, and using this title guys, we are going to get all the details of the video like description, tags, and all of those things from the Google Sheet. So what we are going to do, we are going to search for this title in this column A in our Google Sheet inside of our Pabbly Connect workflow, and then we will get the details of that complete row. Now how you can do that? How you can search for the data from this Google Sheet? Now to do so guys, just click on this add action step button, and then in choose app, search for Google Sheets. Select Google Sheets. Then after that, in action event from the drop-down, we are going to select the action event as lookup spreadsheet row. So using this action event of Google Sheet, we are going to get the details of this particular title or the details of the complete row which has this particular title. And then just click on connect, select add new connection and click on sign in with Google. After this, just select your Google Sheets account, scroll down and click on continue. And when we click on continue, we will see that our Google Sheet account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is to select the spreadsheet. So in the drop down below, you can see a list of all the spreadsheets which you have created in your Google Sheet account can be seen over here. Out of all of this, the sheet from which we want to get these details is named as YouTube videos. So we are going to select the sheet YouTube videos. So after selecting your spreadsheet, next thing it asks us is to select the sheet. So right now in this spreadsheet, we have only one sheet named as sheet 1. That is why in the drop down, we can see only one sheet, that is sheet 1. Then it is asking us for lookup column, that in this complete sheet, in what column we are looking or searching for the value. So the lookup column will be column A, because in column A, we have the title of the video. And by the title of the video, we have saved or uploaded the video on our Google Drive. And here, after using text formatter, we have the title of the video. So we are going to select the column A as the lookup column. Then it is asking us lookup value, that what is the value we are searching for. So we are searching for this value, the name of the file. So we have to map this response over here. Just click here and from the drop down below, from the responses of text formatter, map this response of the file name which we have received. Then it is asking us to include the headers in response or not. So we are going to select this true, and in sort value, we are going to select top. And then just click on save and send test request. After clicking on save and send test request, here you will see that we have received the response. And in this response, we can see the details of the complete row, the whole row in which we have this title. So this is the title which we are searching for. So we have the video title. We have the description which we have entered for that particular title in our Google Sheet. After this, we have the tags which we have entered in our Google Sheet. And guys, because the last column of YouTube video URL was blank, but we have added a header, that's why you can see that this field or this response of YouTube video URL is received blank. So we have successfully received the details of the video from Google Sheet. Now let's upload this video on our YouTube channel. For that, click on this Add Action Step button. And here in Choose App, search for YouTube. Select YouTube. And then in Action Event from the drop down, we have to select Action Event as Upload Video. Then click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now connect your YouTube account with Pabbly Connect in this step. For this, just click on Connect with YouTube button and the process is same. Select your YouTube account, scroll down and click on Continue. And now we will see that our YouTube account is also connected with Pabbly Connect. Then it is most likely possible that in your YouTube account, you may have multiple YouTube channels. So here in this drop down, you will see a list of all the YouTube channels which you have. Right now, I have only one channel, so that's why you can see the same channel name and we have selected the channel. Then it is asking us for the video title, that what will be the title of the video which we are going to upload on our YouTube channel. So from this Google Sheet responses, we have received the title, description, tags, and all of these details. So from these responses, one by one, we have to map these details over here. So in video title, just click here and from the drop down below, from Google Sheet responses, select the response of video title and map it. Then in video description, guys, just click here and once again from the Google Sheet responses, map the description of the video. Then it is asking us for the video URL. So we have received the video URL from Google Drive of a newly uploaded video. So here from this response, we are going to select this response of video URL. Then for tags, just click here and from Google Sheet, map the response of tags. The next thing it asks us is the category ID. So in what category your YouTube video falls? You have to enter the category ID of that category. But this is not a mandatory field, not a required field. So you can ignore this field for now as well. The next thing is very important, and that is the visibility status, video visibility status. So this is asking us that the video which we are uploading on our YouTube channel, what will be the status of that video? Is it a private video, an unlisted video, or a public video? So right now you can set up automation for any choice. If you want to directly publish the video, you can also use public over here as video visibility type. Or if you want to keep this video unlisted, you can do it as well. I want to keep the videos unlisted. For example, I want to upload the video and keep its visibility status to unlisted. Then it is asking, do I want to notify the subscribers? Yes, of course, I want to notify the subscriber and allow embedding. So yes, I would be allowing my videos to embed. Then it is asking us audience that this video is made for kids or not. So, but obvious we are selecting no. And then self-declarate made for kids. So we have to select the self-declaration as well. So all of these things, you must be familiar with all of these fields as you upload a video on YouTube channel. After this, when we will scroll down, here you can see some important note for YouTube video for using this action. So basically what it is, when you click on save and send test request, you certify that the content, the video which you are uploading on your YouTube channel complies with the YouTube term of services, which includes the YouTube community guideline as well. So guys, also you have to make sure that you do not violate the copyright or privacy right policy of YouTube. Other than this guys, this action of upload a video only uploads a video till 400 MB. So if you have a video less than 400 MB, using this single action, the video will be uploaded on your YouTube channel. But in case you have a video more than 400 MB of size, you have to use the action of get video upload status. So when you click on save and send test request, this action step will initiate the uploading of this video which we have uploaded on Google Drive on our YouTube channel. But guys, what it is, it basically approximately takes 8 minutes of time. So guys, after this step, we are going to add a delay of 8 minutes. Like this automation will start, this automation will trigger whenever we are going to upload a video on Google Drive. It will get the name, using that title of the name or the name of the file which we have uploaded, it will get the YouTube video details and start uploading the video. But guys, after 8 minutes, using the YouTube video action which we are going to add in this video, that is get video upload status, we are going to check the status of the video. So if your video size is of 400 MB or less, using this single action, the video will be uploaded. But if you have a video file more than 400 MBs of size, up to 2 GBs. So using this automation, you can upload YouTube videos up to 2 GBs in size. So if you have a video size of up to 2 GBs, then after 400 MB, we have added a 8-minute delay. And when we will going to add this get video upload status action, if the video is successfully uploaded on our YouTube channel, this means it will give us a complete response with the URL, with the link of the YouTube video. But if you are uploading a file of more than 400 MBs, after using this action event, it will check that the video is uploaded or not. If not, it will again resume the uploading of the video where this action step has dropped. So basically using these action steps of YouTube, at one step you can upload 400 MBs of video. And if you have to upload, for example, at max 2 GB size of a video, then you have to use this same step of delay and get video upload status 4 times more. So in total, to upload the video, you have to add these steps 5 times. First time is the upload video action, and the next time after the delays, you have to add get video upload status action events. So using this action event, if the video upload is not successful or not completed, basically, it will repush the video uploading once again from last uploaded location onwards. So guys, let's click on save and send test request. So I will suggest you once again go through this important notes in brief. And after clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received the response. And in this response, the first response which we get is REST1 request ID. So we have initiated the uploading of video. As you can see the status over here, that uploading of this video has been initiated on our YouTube channel. And we have this request ID. Now, as I told you, it takes approximately 8 minutes of time to upload a 400 MB video on YouTube using the automation. So what we are going to do, we are going to just click on this add action step button and we are going to add a delay of 8 minutes. So here in choose apps, select delay. After this, it is asking us for how much time we want to put in the delay in workflow. So in the drop down, we have 2 options, delay for and delay until. So we want to delay for 8 minutes. So we are going to select delay for. In delay unit, select minutes and enter 8 over here in value and click on save and send test request. After clicking on save and send test request, here we can see that this automation workflow has been delayed for 8 minutes. 8 minutes of delay has been added. Then what we have to do, as the important help text says, we have to use the action step of get video upload status over here. So we will just scroll down, click on this add action step button. And once again in choose app, search for YouTube. And then in action event from the drop down, we have to select the action event as get video upload status. Click on connect. And because we have connected our YouTube account in the previous step, we don't have to make a new connection. You can select the existing connection and click on save. Now the only thing it asks us is the request ID. So after clicking on save and send test request in YouTube upload video step, here we have received a request ID in response. So using this same request ID, we are going to track the uploading status of this video. So we have to map the same request ID over here. Just click here, and from the drop down from YouTube upload video responses, select the request ID and click on save and send test request. And when we click on save and send test request, here we can see that we have received a response. And in this response, when you will scroll down, you will see that the video which we have uploaded on our Google Drive has been successfully uploaded on our YouTube channel. So guys, because the file size of that video was less, that's why it has successfully uploaded the video on our YouTube channel before 8 minutes. So it depends on the file of the video as well. As a simple side, we have added the 8-minute delay in this automation workflow as instructed. And in this same response, guys, you will see we have the title of the video which we have uploaded. Then we will scroll down, we will see other details of the same video, and we can see the status as completed and the privacy status is unlisted. Also, you will see that we have the URL of the video which has been uploaded. Just copy this URL from here, go to a new tab and paste it over here. And then we will see this is the exact same video which we have uploaded on our Google Drive. Now guys, after uploading this video, we are going to check the same video on our YouTube channel as well. So let's go to our YouTube channel, refresh our content page. And yes guys, here you can see that the same video has been successfully uploaded on our YouTube channel. And when we will see the details of this video, we will see this is the same description which we have added in our Google Sheet. This is the same video title. And when we will scroll down, we will see it will have the same tags which we have added in our Google Sheet. So right now in this automation, till now we have successfully uploaded the video on Google Drive, and then after uploading it, automatically we have received the details of that video with the file name using the file name from our Google Sheet, and at last we have successfully uploaded that video on our YouTube channel. And we can see that we have done this. Now let's move to the last step, and in last step we wanted to upload the URL, the link of that video in our Google Sheet in front of that title in the same row. For that, just scroll down, click on this add action step, and here in choose app, search for Google Sheets. Select Google Sheets. Then in action event from the drop down, select update cell as the action event, update cell value. Click on connect. Select the existing connection for Google Sheet as well and click on save. After clicking on save guys, here it is asking us to select the spreadsheet. So select the same sheet in which you want to update the details. Select the same spreadsheet and same sheet. After that in range, we want to update this data in this column D. So we are going to manually enter the column D because column D is going to be the constant column in which we want to update this data, update this URL for all the videos. But the number of rows for each video is going to keep on changing. And when we use lookup value action step of Google Sheet, we have received the row number of the video as well. So in this lookup spreadsheet responses, here you can see that we have the row index of that video. So we are going to map the same row index over here in this field after the column name. So we have manually entered the column name and just click here. And from the drop down from Google Sheet responses, map the row index. Then it is asking us for the value, that what is the value, what is the text we want to update. So just click here. And from YouTube Get Video Upload Status Responses, select the response of the URL of the YouTube video which we have just now uploaded and map it over here. And then click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request guys, it is showing us a positive response. This means this title, this value has been updated in our Google Sheet. So let's check it. And in our Google Sheet, we can see the URL of the same YouTube video. Now this means guys, the automation workflow which we have created is working perfectly fine. Now using this automation, what you can do, you just have to upload the video on your Google Drive folder, and then what you can do is using Google Sheet, you can get all the details of that video and automatically publish or upload that video on your YouTube channel. Now after setting up this automation, let's test this automation once in real time. We will go to our Google Drive and here we are going to upload a new file upload. And I have a video named as end screen over here. Let's upload this file on a Google Drive, and you will see that in my Google Sheet also I have entered a video detail with the title end screen. This is the description and this is the tag. So we will see that the video has been successfully uploaded on our Google Drive. Now within 10 minutes guys, Pabbly Connect is going to capture the details of this video and this automation will trigger. Now it takes 10 minutes guys because the connection between Google Drive and Pabbly Connect is based on a polling based connection. And Pabbly Connect will check for our new video update on our Google Drive folder every 10 minutes. So let's wait for 10 minutes, and after triggering this automation guys, we have also added a delay of 8 minutes in this automation workflow. So basically it will completely take 18 minutes approximately to upload this video on our YouTube channel and also get the URL over here. So let's wait for some time over here. And yes guys, here we can see that the video has been successfully uploaded on our YouTube channel using this automation, and the link of that video has been updated in our Google Sheet. Let's click on this link. And yes guys, here you will see that this is the same video which we have uploaded just now on your Google Drive. Now using this automation guys, you just have to upload the video with the title of the video in your Google Drive, and automatically using this automation, you can upload that video on your YouTube channel with all the details from Google Sheet. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing, you will find a clone link of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a forever free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
So in this video, we are going to learn how to automatically copy files from one Google Drive folder to another. Now suppose guys, you are working with your team and all of your team members have a shared common Google Drive folder on which they upload all the files on which they are working on. And this another folder which is a secured one having a restricted access, and you want that all the files your team members are uploading on the shared folder, you want to actually copy or backup the same files into the restricted folder as a backup over there. So let me tell you, you can actually automate this complete process of adding the same files from one folder to another one. So in this automation guys, whenever a new file will be uploaded on our shared folder or on the common folder which you and your team members are using, automatically the same file will be copied and added to another secured folder of your choice. So how you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, this is one of my Google Drive folders named as team files. And all of my team members actually have access to this folder. They can take the files or they can add the files in this particular folder. And here I have another folder named as all files, and only restricted members, only few people have access to this folder. Now I want that whenever a team member will actually upload a file in this particular folder of team files, I want to actually automatically add that same file in this all files folder. So that just in case after some time, if the user or the team members actually removes the file from this folder as well, I will actually have the backup of exact same file. And I want to completely automate this process, this sync of two different folders. So here guys, to do this, we are going to use an automation and integration platform that is called as Pabbly Connect. So here you will see we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard over here. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. Now after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give your automation workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Google Drive Automation. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that a workflow is open over here. And here in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. Now the idea over here is, first, we are going to connect our first folder, the team folder which is shared with everyone, with Pabbly Connect in this trigger window. So we are going to connect our Google Drive account and we are going to get all the files which are uploaded in this particular folder into our trigger window in response. Then after that, using Pabbly Connect, we are going to send those same files into another folder of our Google Drive account, that too automatically. Now here in this video, I just took an example of two folders into the same Google Drive account. But instead of this, you can actually set up this automation between two different Google Drive accounts as well. Like here in Trigger, you can actually collect the files in one of your Google Drive account, and then in Action, you can actually send those same files to any other folder or any other Google Drive account of your choice. So let's see how it is done. Now here in Trigger window, in Choose App, search for Google Drive. Just select it. And then in Trigger Event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as New File in Specific Folder. So here guys, because we want to get the new files from this particular folder which is shared with everyone, that's why we are selecting this trigger event, New File in Specific Folder. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. So here we have to connect our Google Drive account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this Sign In with Google button, select your Google Drive account in which you have created this folder. Scroll down and click on Continue. And as we click on Continue, we will see our Google Drive account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. Now after connecting our Google Drive account, the only thing it asks us is the folder or the subfolder from which we want to get the new files. So we have selected trigger event as New File in Specific Folder. But in our Google Drive account, from which folder we want to get these files. And here in the drop-down, you can see a list of all the folders which I have created in my Google Drive account. You will see the complete list. So we want to get the new files from the Steam files named as folder. So from this drop-down, I'm going to select this particular folder from which I want to get the files. And then just click on Save and Send Test Request. But here guys, before clicking on Save and Send Test Request, when we'll click on it, it will get the details of the most recent, the most latest file which we have uploaded in Google Drive. So before clicking on Save and Send Test Request, let's upload a file in this particular folder. Click on this New button and here select File Upload. Select Desktop. So here it is. And let's select this file. I have this PDF file in my system. Let's upload this file in a Google Drive. And it is uploading. So here you can see that just now we have uploaded a PDF file in this particular folder in Google Drive named as Steam Files. And here this is the kind of PDF we have uploaded on automation and integration. Now we will see when we will get back to Pabbly Connect and we will click on this Save and Send Test Request. After clicking on it, we will get some response. And in response, as I told you, we will get the details of the most recent, the most latest file which we have uploaded in Google Drive. So this was the file, and here in response you can see that we have received the details of the same file. We have the web content link of the same file. Then we will scroll down. Here you can see the self link of the same file. We will scroll down further, and here you can see the name of the file which we have uploaded. So we have this name, automation and integration. And because we have uploaded a PDF file, here you can see that .pdf as the extension too. Then you can see the thumbnail link and other details of the file as well, like in which account it is uploaded, what is the timestamp, and all of those things. So here guys, you can see that we have successfully actually received the details of the file which was uploaded on our Google Drive. Now what we want to do, we want to actually upload this same file into another folder of our Google Drive or to some other Google Drive account. For example, I have created this folder over here in my Google Drive, that is all files. Now to do this, just come to your Pabbly Connect workflow, scroll down and come to the action window. And here in Choose App, search for Google Drive. Just select it. And then in action event from the drop down, we have to select the action event as Copy a File. Then just click on Connect. And here guys, because we are using the same Google Drive account, we are not sharing or uploading file to another Google Drive account. So we have already made the connection in the previous step. So we don't have to make a new connection. You can select the existing connection and click on Save. And here we can see that in action step as well, we have connected our Google Drive account. After connecting the account, the next thing it asks us is the file. And here in the drop down below, you can see a list of all the files which we have created in our Google Drive account. So here guys, what we have to do, every time a new file will be uploaded in our folder. Every time we are going to upload a new file in this particular folder named as Steam Files. So here guys, every time we are going to receive the response for a new file in trigger window, and then we have to upload a new file or copy a new file into the Google Drive, the other folder in our Google Drive. So here guys, this means the file is going to be the dynamic one. So here guys, in this response, we will see we have also received a response of file ID, the unique file ID of the file which we have uploaded in Google Drive. So in trigger response, we will just scroll and search for that response. And here it is, this response of file ID of the same file which we have uploaded in this first folder. So we have to basically map this same file ID over here in this file section. And to map it, just turn on this mapping button on in front of it and clear this response. And then from the drop down from Google Drive responses, select the response of ID. Let's search for it. And here it is. This is the file ID. Just select this response and map it over here. After mapping the ID, the next thing it asks us is the new folder location. That to which folder in our Google Drive we want to copy this file. And in the drop down below, you can see a list of all the folders in our Google Drive account. So we want to copy this file to this folder named as all files. So we are going to select this folder over here. And then it is asking us copied file name, that the file which we are going to copy, what is the name of that file. So here from responses, we have also received the name of the file in response. Here it is, automation and integration.pdf. We have the name and the file extension of the same file. So we are going to map this same file name over here in this field of copied file name. Just click here. And from the drop down from Google Drive responses, select the response of title of the file and map it over here. And after mapping all of these details, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received some response. And in this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the file ID which we have mapped over here, basically the same file which we have uploaded in the first folder, is now copied and also added to this particular folder in our Google Drive. So let's check it. We will go to the second folder. And yes guys, here you can see that the exact same file, same name, same file is been uploaded to second folder as well. We had this automation and integration PDF in the first folder and the same file can be seen in second folder too. This means the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. Every time a new file will be uploaded to a specific folder which is shared with our team in our first Google Drive folder, automatically the same file will be copied and uploaded to the second folder as well. Now here, after setting up this automation, let's test this automation workflow once in real time. So we are going to upload another file to our first folder and test the automation. So we will just go to this new section, upload a file, and we have this image. Let's upload this image in our Google Drive folder. And it is done. Just now in our first folder, the team files folder, we have basically uploaded a new file in Google Drive. And we will see within 10 minutes, this exact same file will also be copied to this second folder of ours. And it actually takes 10 minutes because the connection between the Google Drive trigger and Pabbly Connect is a polling based connection. And in this type of connection, every 10 minutes, this trigger Pabbly Connect will check for new data, new files in the specific folder in Google Drive. And after that, it will get those newly uploaded files and then automate this process. It will start and trigger this automation workflow. So let's wait for a few minutes over here. Okay, so we have successfully waited for 10 minutes. Now let's check our second Google Drive folder. And yes guys, here you can see that the exact same file, the exact same image is also copied and uploaded to the second folder of our Google Drive. This means this automation workflow is working perfectly fine. So not just Google Drive guys, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect and automate your task. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can actually clone this same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
Hello friends, today we will learn how to send emails via Gmail when new files are added to Google Drive. Now, if you work with a number of people or say just one partner, you want that every time you upload a new file on Google Drive, its notification should be sent to that person via email. But since both of these applications do not have a direct connection between them, you might have to do the work of sending an email to that particular person manually. But let me tell you, we can actually automate this whole process using Pabbly Connect, where our trigger will be new file upload on Google Drive and our action is going to be sending a message on Gmail. Let us learn how to do it.
So in this video, we will learn how to send emails via Gmail when new files are added to Google Drive. Like whenever you add a new file to your Google Drive account, then you will be having an email of the confirmation, or you can say a notification of that Google Drive file. So we will learn this integration of connecting Google Drive and your Gmail by using Pabbly. So as you can see, this is the landing page of Pabbly. And on the right hand side, you can see two options: sign up for free and sign in. If you don't have an existing account, you have to click on sign up for free. And I am having one, so I will click on sign in. It will take me to the login page of Pabbly, where I will just click on sign in with Google and I will be directly logged in into Pabbly. On this window, when I reach over here, I will see the applications that are provided by Pabbly. And today we are going to create an automation in order to integrate two different applications, or we can simply put it together as connecting two applications. We will be using Pabbly Connect for that. Let's just click on Access Now. When you reach over here, you will find a blue button on the right hand side written Create Workflow over it. You have to click on that button because we are going to create a workflow for this automation. Let's just name our workflow, and we are using Google Drive to Gmail. So I'm going to name it the same. Click on Create and your blank workflow will be created. Now you will have two boxes in front of you. One is with trigger and the other is with action. Okay, so what is trigger and what is an action? Trigger is when this happens, which means there is going to be a trigger that will take place in your entered trigger application. That is some activity that is going to take place, and this workflow will start working only when this trigger takes place, and then it will further flow towards the action application and an action will be performed in the application. So you will understand it better when we will be doing this workflow over here. Click on your trigger window and choose your application. Our trigger application today is Google Drive. Why Google Drive? Because we will be adding a new file in your Google Drive, and then that notification will go to the Gmail account that you have. Or let's just say that you want some other person of your group to know that a new file has been uploaded to Google Drive, and that particular person should check the drive. Okay, so in order to provide that notification to your team member or your partner, you are using this or creating this automation. So our trigger event will be creating a new file or adding a new file. Now make sure you have opened your drive in a separate tab. Connect your drive with your Pabbly Connect. By clicking on Connect, this will come where you connect Google Drive account, and then click on Add New Connection. Click on Sign In with Google. It will just detect your account, and then click on Allow, and then your account will be connected. See, this is connected. Now as soon as you click on Save and Send Test Request, you have to go back to your Google Drive and then add a new file over here. So let's click on Save and Send Test Request. Let's just click on Save and Send Test Request, go back to your drive, click on New on your left top corner and click on File Upload. Select a file, whichever file you want to upload, and just open. And that's how the uploading has been started, and it is uploaded. See, this is the file we wanted to upload. Now you go back to Pabbly Connect, look for your file. Now see, the response has been received. This is the link of the file, okay, that is in Google Drive. Alright, and then you have all the details, the creator and everything, and the name is also here. We named it kite, so it's kite.jpg because images are named with this extension .jpg. The modified time and everything is also given over here. So we have received this response that yes, Pabbly Connect is able to capture any new file being uploaded at Google Drive. Okay. Let's proceed to the next step. So our next step is Gmail. Why? Because the notification of this file being uploaded to Google Drive has to be sent to through Gmail as an email. Okay, so our action application is Gmail, and our action event is to send mail because that is what is Gmail used for. Now before you connect your Gmail to Pabbly Connect, make sure you've opened your Gmail in a separate tab. Click on Connect, Add New Connection and connect with Gmail. Same process with Google's. Choose your account and then click on Allow. And that's how the accounts will be connected. Now it asks you for a number of details that you need to send an email to somebody. Okay. Now recipient email address is the person who you want the email to be sent to. For example, there is an XYZ person in your team or your partner to whom you want to share the information that I have uploaded one file to the drive. So please have a look. And every time you don't have to call or text that person that check the file on drive, but as soon as you will upload the file on drive, be it PDF or image or anything, then that person will automatically get a mail as a reminder or as a notification that a new file has been uploaded on drive and they need to check it. So you will write the recipient email address of that specific person. As I said, XYZ, so let's keep the name as XYZ, @ this is the email address of that person. See, we have one more idea of doing this work, that is mapping. Now what is mapping? Mapping is inserting data from the previous step, which means we basically want the information that we received from one application to be transferred to the other application. Okay, so for that purpose we have to map the information over here and create a pathway in such a way that whenever any particular data comes over here, for example here my name is written over here, so whenever this name is here, it will automatically reach to the sender's name over here. For that thing I have to map, but since it is recipient email address, and you can actually take help from this drop down menu, but this drop down menu cannot help me with the email I want to send this notification to. Okay, so you can just enter the data manually, and when you enter the data manually and not by choosing from this list, it is called a static data, which means that this data is not going to change in any other case. Only if you might have selected it from this list, it will change in every case. Okay, so CC and BCC we do not need. You can use this when you have multiple people to send the email to. Okay, now sender's name is going to be my name. So again, click on this. It will show insert data from previous step. So you just click on this drop down menu, come down and find the name. This is the name of the sender. So you can just click on this, and whenever this name is entered over here, for example, this is my name this time. If there is some other name in some other case, then that name will come over here. That is the importance of mapping. Now email subject, again there is no subject, but we can just write it as a static content that a new file uploaded. Okay, this is the subject. And then the email content is plain, and the content will be a new file has been uploaded on drive, full stop, please check, full stop. So this is the email content. When that particular person will open the email, whosoever is receiving it, so he will see the title or the subject as a new file uploaded, and then this will be the message, and under the message the file link will be there. Okay, you are sending this mail to some person whosoever might not have the access to your Google Drive. So make sure that you give access to your Google Drive before sharing the attachment or a link to your Gmail. Okay, because even if you share the link, that person will not be able to access your file. Now you have to enter the file name, so you don't need to have a separate name for that. Enter the file name for your attachment file, include the extension of the file as well. For example, a name of the file and .pdf. This is the case for a PDF, but since we have the name with JPG over here like it's written, you can find the name from here. The name was kite.jpg, this. So we can enter it with the extension as well. You can just map the data by clicking on the same drop down menu and find your name, that is kite.jpg, that is the original file name. Now you've mapped this. Now is the time for attachment. So attachment also you will find from Google Drive, and when you click on this drop down menu, you can find this Google Drive link and just map it over here. Now we have entered all the details, the email, the content, the sender's name, also the recipient email address. So you just come down and then click on save and send test request. Wait for the response from the action application, and yes, the response is received, and the response result status says sent, which means our workflow worked properly. Our email has been sent. First of all, click on save and save your workflow. and this is how the recipient will get the email. Now our workflow was a very simple one, just 2 steps required: trigger and action. Our trigger application was Google Drive. For example, as soon as you add a new file in your drive, whosoever is your partner or team member will get a notification email of that Google Drive being uploaded. Okay, so you just entered the trigger event, connected the account, added a new file in your Google Drive, and then the response was received. The whole lot of information about that file uploaded, what time, what is the link, what is the name, who uploaded, the account information is also here. Now further what we did was action step, that is selecting an action application, connected the account, and then entered the details by the process of mapping. We did some of the information as a static information because it was entered manually. Like this recipient email address is going to be static. It's not going to change for any different case. Then the sender's name was mapped. Email content and email subject was static, but the file name and attachment was different because every time a new file is uploaded, the name is going to change. So we have mapped the name because that name of the different case file will come over here and the link of the different file will come over here. And then clicked on save and send test request. Response was received and our email has been sent. So this was the whole workflow. Thank you for watching.
In this video, I'll show you how to add new uploaded Google Drive file links in Notion automatically. So as you all know, Notion is an amazing note-taking application where you can manage your project, manage your task, and in fact maintain a database. And here I want that whenever any new file is uploaded inside a Google Drive folder, the same file link should be automatically added into the Notion as a database item so that I don't need to manually copy the data and import it here. So if you also want to sync your Google Drive files of a specific folder with the Notion, come with me and I will show you the whole process step by step. So this is the folder I have created inside Google Drive application, and if any of my team member is going to upload any new design or any new file, the link for the same should be automatically added here so that my team can access all the file links directly from the Notion itself. Okay, and to create this automation, I'll have to integrate Google Drive and Notion, and I'm going to do that with the help of Pabbly Connect. Well, it is an amazing integration and automation software via which you can easily connect multiple applications and automate your task. And you can also reach here by typing pabbly.com/connect. I will also attach this link into my description box. Now, if you are a new user of Pabbly Connect, you'll have to sign up for free, where you will also get free tasks every month in your account in order to test such kind of amazing automation. Okay, I am already an existing user of Pabbly Connect. So firstly, I have clicked on sign in, then I have selected this Pabbly Connect access now, and this is how I have reached to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. And after reaching here, firstly click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I'm going to provide the name as sync Google Drive files with Notion automatically. Okay, I'm going to provide this particular name. Now click on create, and after that you will find 2 boxes in front of you. So these are actually trigger and action. So trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So whenever this happens, do this. Understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, send an email via Gmail application automatically. Okay, according to our use case, whenever any new file is uploaded inside Google Drive application, automatically upload that file, automatically add the link of that file inside Notion application. Okay, so this is how we need to always select the application in this trigger and application in which we are creating the automation. And in this particular case, I am building an automation in between Google Drive and in between Notion. So that is why I am selecting these 2 applications. Now I'll have to connect these 2 applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Okay, basically I'll have to connect these applications with the Pabbly Connect so that with the help of which I can actually create an automation in between these. Okay, so in the trigger event, I want that whenever any new file is uploaded. Okay, and here instead of selecting this new file, I'm going to choose this whenever any new file is uploaded in a specific folder, this automation should trigger, or basically Pabbly Connect should capture the data. Okay, now I'll click on connect, click on add new connection, and simply provide the access of your drive in which you are about to upload the files. Okay, well, I have already already created the connection earlier, so I'll go with the existing connection only. But make sure if you are building this connection for the first time, you will have to go with the new connection only. And here you can see, since we are connected, whatever the folders are available inside my Google Drive have started visible here, and I am going to select this new folder with the name all new designs and files. Okay, so let me search for the same. Here you can see it is actually visible at the top only. Now I will be clicking on this button save and send test request, and you will see whatever the data is available here, it will be captured via Pabbly Connect. But currently there is no data available inside this particular folder. So how about I firstly upload a specific file here, and then I will show you that how the link for the same will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Basically the details for the same will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so how about I randomly select any new file here, and then I'm going to upload the same file here. You can see it is uploading, one item is uploading. Okay, it has uploaded. Clicking on this button save and send test request and wait for the response once again, and here you can see the response is received already. Okay, let me show you the file name, which is neat revision notes. Okay, so let me show you whether it has captured the very same file or not. So I'll have to check for the title, and here you can see we have this title. Okay, so this is how the connection in between Google Drive and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Okay, and now onwards, every time you are going to upload something here, the details will be captured via Pabbly Connect, that too in every 10 minutes, because this trigger will check for the new data in every 10 minutes. Okay, so just in case if you're not actually receiving the data in real time, don't get bothered. Okay, just wait for 10 minutes patiently. Okay, coming down here, and let me even show you the link for that file. Okay, so where is the link? Here you can see this is the link. Let me even open this particular link into a new tab. Alright, so here you can see this is the downloadable link. But here I would like to tell you one more very important thing, that you will have to change the permission of this particular folder as a anyone. Okay, so let me even show you the permission. Currently the permission of this particular folder is anyone with the link. Okay, basically anyone can view this particular link. Okay, so you will also have to change the permission of this particular folder, otherwise this link is not going to be the download. Okay, let me show you. This is the link. Okay, now moving further to the next application, and now I am going to connect Notion with Pabbly Connect, and in the action event I'll be selecting this create database item. Simply click on connect, simply click on add new connection, connect with Notion, and here you will have to again provide the access of your Notion account. And since I'm already logged in into my Notion application into a different tab, so it will ask me for the permission only. Okay, so select the pages, and here make sure that you provide the access of all the pages. So here I am going to provide the page access. Basically I have created this particular page with the name all files. Okay, so I think I have tick marked click on allow access, and this is how once again the authorization will be successful and your Notion application will be connected with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so let me show you. The name of my page is all file links, and here you can see since we are connected, whatever the databases are available inside my Notion application have started visible here. Okay, why it is not visible, I'll have to recheck it. Okay, I have clicked on this refresh button. Something is wrong. I'll have to build these connections for once again. I think I have not provided the access of all the pages, so that is why only single page is visible at the moment. Alright, clicking on select pages. And here I am selecting this particular section so that I can provide the access of all the pages. I think I have selected all the pages right now, and now I will be clicking on this allow access in front of you, and this time I'm really expecting that all pages should be visible here. Alright, here you can see right now all the pages are visible here. Okay, so let me first search for that file pages. Okay, here you can see. Secondly, it is asking for the file link, file name and the content. Okay, so basically whatever the columns I have created inside my page will be started visible here. Here you can see the file link and the file name, the same columns which I have created here. This content is the default column. Okay, so I'm going to paste the file link and the file name here. Basically I'm going to map the file link. Okay, now you must be thinking that what is this mapping? Okay, so basically whatever the data we have just received via previous step, we are going to provide this data in the second step, and we don't even need to manually copy this data and paste it here. We are going to map it. How? Simply click on this particular field and you will find the above data here in the drop down. All right, so I have mapped that link. Okay, what is the importance of mapping? Whatever the details you are going to map here will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. All right, let me also search for the file name. Okay, where is the file name? I'll have to check this particular response once again. And here you can see we have the title and we even have the original file name. Okay, so how about I map this particular file name, clicking on this button, save and send test request, and I'm really expecting that data to be arrived automatically. And here you can see the data has been arrived automatically. Okay, let me first delete that extra row. Okay, so this is how now onwards, every time you are going to upload any new file here, in every 10 minutes that data, the link of that file will be synced along with the name automatically with your Notion application. And for that you will have to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once. Okay, after that sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. Okay, simply close Pabbly Connect, and just in case if you want to access this workflow, I will also attach the link of this workflow, and on clicking on this particular link you will be able to access the very same workflow, very same automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free.
Hi guys, this is Pabbly Connect workshop. In this video you will learn how to integrate WooCommerce to Google Drive. So as you know, WooCommerce is a customizable e-commerce platform and Google Drive is an online file storage system. So basically what I'm going to do is I have a Google Doc called as Hi Dude Welcome inside my Google Drive. So anytime a new purchase is made by a customer in WooCommerce, I want to make sure that this file is made available to him in real time. In your case, it can be a Word file, simple picture or a video. But the point is there is no direct integration between WooCommerce to Google Drive. So in cases like these, we need to bring a third app to connect them both. In this video, we will use Pabbly Connect to integrate WooCommerce to Google Drive. It is actually an easy two-step process. Let me show you how it's done. So first of all, we have to visit the website called as Pabbly Connect. So this is the website. Here click on sign in. Okay, when you sign in, you will be brought to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So as you can see, I already have an account in Pabbly Connect. Now bring your attention to the connect part. Here click on access now. Okay, as you can see, in the right corner you will find a button called as create new workflow. Just click it. Now it is demanding a workflow name. I am going to give it as WooCommerce to Google Drive. WooCommerce to Google Drive. Then click on save. Okay, when you click on save, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. Here in the choose app, we have to change it from webhook to WooCommerce. Then in the choose method, we have to change it from the default new coupon created to new order created. This one, click it. Okay, so the point is whenever there is a new order created in WooCommerce, the system will trigger. Now let's go to our WooCommerce. Here you will find the option called as settings. This one, click it. Now at the right corner, you will find the option called as advanced. Click it. Now bring your attention to the part called as webhooks. Just click it. Now it is asking you to add a webhook. This button, click it. Okay, so this is the page called as webhook data. Here we have to assign a name to the webhook. So I'm going to give a random name called as Ren webhook or something. Then in the status, we have to change it from disabled to active. Now in the topic, we have to change it to order created. This one. Now comes the most important part, the delivery URL. To get the delivery URL, just go to Pabbly Connect and simply copy this. This is the delivery URL we want. Copy this and paste it here. Now the secret will remain empty and the API version will remain same as WP REST API integration v3. Then click on Save Webhook. Okay, it is showing that a webhook has been created. So basically it means that we have successfully connected WooCommerce to Pabbly Connect. Now every time there is an order created in WooCommerce, Pabbly Connect will capture the data. So let's see whether the system is working or not. To do that, let's go to Pabbly Connect and click on Capture Webhook Response. Okay, it is showing that it is waiting for a webhook response. Now let's go to WooCommerce and let's buy a dummy product. Click on all products. So these are the series of products that I have made. I'm going to purchase this product as a dummy customer. This is the Apple Watch Series 5, add to cart. Okay, as you can see, I have already filled in the dummy details of a customer. So the email is lijimanuel27@gmail.com. The first name is Jimmy, Shergill, and rest of the details. So let's click on place order. So it is showing that the purchase has been made successfully. So let's see whether in Pabbly Connect have we captured the data or not. Let's go to Pabbly Connect. Okay, it is waiting for a response. Just give 1 or 2 seconds. Yes, the data has been captured. It is showing that the data has been captured. So let's see the data. The first name is Jimmy, the last name is Shergill. This is the address of the customer, okay, and the email address, lijimanuel27@gmail.com. So basically our integration with Pabbly Connect is successful. We have successfully integrated WooCommerce to Pabbly Connect and the data has been received. So we have to sync this data to Google Drive. To do that, scroll down and here you will find this plus button. Just click it. When you click on this plus button, you will find another window. This is called as the action window. Here in the choose app, change it from API to Google Drive. In the choose method, we have to keep it as share a file because that's what I want to do. I want to basically share my file to my customer. Then click on connect with Google Drive. Now in select your credentials, keep it as new credentials, and in the authorize application, just simply click on connect. Okay, so these are the series of accounts I have. I want to connect with this account. Okay, it is asking me to confirm my choice. Just click on allow. Okay, it is showing that the authorization is successful. Just click on OK. Okay, so when you click on OK, it is giving me a set of blanks. So in the file ID, it is showing WooCommerce to Google Sheet, but I actually want hi dude welcome. The reason it is showing that hi file ID as WooCommerce to Google Sheet is because it is one of the files I have in my Google Drive. I want to change it as hi dude welcome, this one. So let's see whether we have this file or not. Hi dude welcome. Yes, this is the file hi dude welcome. Just click it. Now the email, we already have got the email of the customer. So the customer's email is lijimanuel27. So just map it. Now we are going to assign a role to the customer. So what is he going to do with the file? I'm just going to keep it as can view. You can of course change it to can edit or can comment. I'm going to just give a view option to the customer. Then click on save and send test request. Okay, so it is showing that the drive permission has been given. Now let's go and check this person's email address, lijimanuel27@gmail.com, whether the file is available or not. So let's go and change the file as lijimanuel27 gmail. Okay, so it is got the invitation that hi dude welcome. This is the name of the file and invitation to view the document. So the presence of this data shows that we have successfully connected WooCommerce to Google Drive with help of Pabbly Connect. This means anytime a new purchase is made in WooCommerce, Pabbly Connect will ensure that customer gets the access to a particular file in your Google Drive. But for your satisfaction, let's check it one more time if the integration is working or not. To do that, let's first go to Pabbly Connect and let's save this. Okay, minimize this, save this, okay, and minimize this. So basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First we have integrated WooCommerce to Pabbly Connect and then Pabbly Connect to Google Drive. So in return WooCommerce is directly integrated to Google Drive. So let's go back to our WooCommerce and let's create one more product to see whether the integration is working fine or not. Go to products, all products. This time I'm going to buy this product called as Swiss watch. Click on view, add to cart. Okay, so this time the checkout is of Edis Nashak. This is another customer called as Edis. and his last name is Nashak, and the email address is edisnashak265@gmail.com. So let's see, after placing order, whether this person called as Edis will receive that file called as Hi Dude Welcome, this file. Okay, so let's place the order. Okay, so the order has been placed, it's successful. Now let's see the Gmail of this Edis Nashak. Okay, Gmail. Okay, so the invitation is available. So as you can see, this is the account of Edis, and he has got the access to view this file, Hi Dude Welcome. So our integration is working absolutely fine. So from now onwards, whenever a new purchase is made by a customer in WooCommerce, he will automatically be given access to the file in your Google Drive. Also, you should know not just WooCommerce and Google Drive, you can integrate a ton of applications using Pabbly Connect. Thanks.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to save the file in Google Drive whenever there's a new form submitted with files in my form building application. In this video, I'm sending my JotForm responses to my Google Drive, but you can use any form building applications like Google Forms, Typeforms, etc. Now let me tell you one thing. While working with JotForm, it was quite difficult for me to manually copy the new form submission files from JotForm and then upload the file in my Google Drive. And that is why now I want to bring some automation in between these two applications to avoid this manual process, so that whenever there's a new file uploaded in my JotForm forms, the file will be automatically saved in my Google Drive application. But there's an issue. And the issue is both JotForm and Google Drive do not have any sort of direct integration between them. And that is why I'm going to use automation software Pabbly Connect. With the help of Pabbly Connect, we will transfer the data from JotForm to Google Drive. And the best part here is we do not require any knowledge of coding. So let me show you this on my screen. Okay, so this is my JotForm form, and now I'm going to fill my JotForm form with a file attachment added to it, and then I'm going to check if this file is automatically saved in my Google Drive or not. For that, let me fill in the details of my form. Okay, so in name I'm going to add Ashirai, email address is this. I'm going to browse a file. I'm going to add this file. Okay, now we are going to submit it. After that, let us check in our Google Drive. Okay, so this is my Google Drive, and this is the folder in which I expect to see a file which I have recently added with my form. Let's click on it. Okay, so basically this was the file which I attached with my form, and it is clearly visible in the folder I selected. So basically this is possible that whenever we are going to attach a file with a JotForm form, we can expect to automatically see that particular file form in our Google Drive in real time. That is with the help of Pabbly Connect. So you can also do it. How? Let me show you. For that, you just have to search for pabbly.com in your browser first, like I am searching. After that, this is the website of pabbly.com. Now here you have to click on products and click on connect. After that, just click on sign in. Okay, so since I have already signed into my account, this is the screen that is appearing in front of us. You can also create your own free account in just 2 minutes. Now just scroll down and click on Access Now at Connect. After that, this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Just click on Create Workflow, and here we are going to name our workflow, and I'm going to name it as JotForm to Google Drive. I'm going to create it, but before that, let me tell you one thing. I will attach the link of this workflow in the description box as well. So just in case if you want to access this workflow, you can directly clone it into your account by just signing it for free. Now I'm going to create this workflow. Okay, so this is basically our workflow, and here we are actually going to create our workflow and do the working. So here we can see this is the trigger window, and here we have to select our first application, and in choose application we are going to select JotForm. Why? Because firstly we want to integrate our JotForm to Pabbly Connect. That is why. Now here we have to select a trigger event.
and I'm going to select the trigger event as new response. And now you must be thinking, what am I talking about, this trigger event and everything related to that? So let me tell you. Basically, automation runs on two simple concepts, that is triggers and action. What is trigger? Trigger is when this happens and action is do this. So connecting it with our use case today is whenever there's a new file uploaded in my JotForm forms, the file will be automatically saved in my Google Drive application in real time with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now moving forward, here I selected new response in the trigger event, but in case if you want more triggers of your choice or more trigger events, action events of your choice, you can simply click on this option, that is request integration, and you can request any sort of integration that you want. Moving forward, the next step that you have to do is just copy this webhook URL. Click on capture webhook response here. Now we will move to our JotForm. Here I have created a form and I have named the form as new form submission. I'm gonna edit the form right now. Okay, move to setting. Now you have to click on integration. Here you have to search for webhooks. Okay, select it. Now here basically we have to add our webhook URL. So I have pasted it. Now I'm going to click on complete integration. Okay, so let me check the thank you page as well. So this is my thank you page. After that we are going to publish it. Click on open a new tab. Here we can fill the form, and let us fill the form. Gary Monroe. Now here I'm basically adding the details in the form. Now the email address is garymonroe@gmail.com. Now I'm gonna attach a file. Click on browse file. This is the file that I'm attaching right now with my form. Okay, now we are going to submit the file. Okay, thank you, your submission has been received. Now we will move back to our Pabbly Connect account and see if the response has been generated or not. As you can see, the API response has been generated and the form details has also been captured by Pabbly Connect. For example, the name we had entered, the last name, the email address, and the file we saved. So basically, the first step of our integration process is successful, that we have actually integrated our JotForm to Pabbly Connect. Now we will move to our second step. Okay, I'm going to save it. I'm going to click on this option, that is the plus button. Now since our first step is completed, we will move to our second step, and now we will integrate our Pabbly Connect account to our Google Drive. Now here at action window, we are going to choose the application as Google Drive. At action event, we are going to select the action event as upload a file. Okay, now simply click on connect with Google Drive. Okay, again click on connect with Google Drive. Here we have to select the Google Drive account. So this is my account. I'm gonna allow it, and don't worry, you can also allow it without fearing it in any way. Why? Because your data is absolutely safe with Pabbly Connect and 100% secure with us. So just simply click on allow. Okay, so my authorization is successful. Now you can see the set of blanks that is appearing in front of us. Now let us fill in the details and map it. First is the URL. So enter the public file URL to be uploaded. Allowed file formats are mentioned here. So I'm going to actually tell you how to map your URL. Just click on this option. Now let us map our URL. So your URL will be in the format that is raw request URL. Let me search for it. So this is basically your URL. Simply click on it. Okay, so the next is we have to fill in the details for our folder ID. So let me read it out for you. Enter the folder ID here. You can get the ID from Google Drive folder URL. And the example is given over here. Now let me show you. Move to your Google Drive. Here you have to create a particular folder. You can select the folder you want. So I have created a folder and name it as JotForm to Google Drive. Let me open it for you. Now at this URL section over here, you can simply copy your folder ID. Like me, just copy it, move to your Pabbly Connect account and just paste your folder ID here. Okay, now we will move forward. We have to fill in the details for our file name. So I'm gonna map the file name. Okay, let me see it. So if you remember, the file name I uploaded here was Gary Monroe. So where is Gary Monroe? So this is my file. I'm going to select it and I'm going to save and send the test request. Okay. After that, you can see the API response has been generated and the details has been captured by a Pabbly Connect account. Let us save it. Let us minimize the window and let us check. Okay. So this is my JotForms to Google Drive file folder, and here we can see the file that I have uploaded in my forms has been captured here, and we can easily see the file that we have uploaded, and this is the file I have actually selected it. And now moving back to a Pabbly Connect account, let me explain you what we have did. So what we actually did is, first we have integrated our JotForm application to our Pabbly Connect, and then we integrated Pabbly Connect to Google Drive. Now what will happen is, whenever we are going to add a file with a form submission in our JotForm application, the file will be automatically saved in a Google Drive on real-time basis with the help of Pabbly Connect.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will learn how to automatically create PDF from Google Sheets data and add it to Google Drive. So let us begin with a small example. So as you can see, this is my Google Sheet. And the idea is that once I enter the detail of our invoice here, the PDF will be created with the help of PDF Monkey. At the same time, the PDF will be stored in my Google Drive. So let us begin the example. So as you can see, we have a guy called as Tyler Kent. This is the date of the invoice. This is the address line 2, the city, that is Dhaka. And then we have the zip code. This is the zip code. This is the invoice ID. And then we have the invoice description, that is renewal. The amount is 3000. Then we have the VAT percent as 10%. The VAT amount is 300. Now the total amount, that will be 3300. Okay, so we have made some entry here. Now the idea is that a PDF will be created with the help of PDF Monkey, and the PDF will be found in my Google Drive. So let's explore the Google Drive. So let me just refresh my Google Drive. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the PDF. The name of the PDF is the name of the person, that is Tyler Kent, along with the invoice ID. So basically, this is the invoice ID, and then we have the name of the company or the person, that is Tyler Kent. So using the name, that is the company name, as well as the invoice ID, we have created a unique name for the PDF. So this is the invoice. Let's explore the PDF. Okay, so this is the PDF. Okay, so this is the name of the person, the residence, then the PIN code, the quantity, the VAT amount, and the total amount, that is $3,300. So you must be thinking, how did I do it? How did I manage to send the data from Google Sheets to PDF Monkey to Google Drive? So basically here we have used an integration and automation software called as Pabbly Connect that integrates Google Sheets, PDF Monkey, and Google Drive. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for encoding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. So let me just show you on my screen. So to begin the process, in the new tab, just type pabbly.com, 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 press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. Just hover on products and here you will find Connect. Just click on Connect. Okay, so this is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. All you have to do is just click on sign up for free. Here you can build your own account in just 2 minutes. In my case, I have already built my account, so let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard, or this is the app section of Pabbly. Let me just scroll down and here you will find Connect. Let me just click on access now. Okay, so at the top right corner you will find a button, create workflow. Click this. A dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I'm going to give it as Google Sheets to PDF Monkey to Google Drive. Google Sheets to PDF Monkey, PDF Monkey to Google Drive. Of course, you can give any name according to your discretion. It's totally on you. And let me just click on create. So when you click on create, you will find two windows, the trigger window as well as the action window. So what's the deal with the trigger window as well as the action window? Well, if you're using automation in Pabbly Connect, it works on the concept of triggers and action. The trigger basically means an if statement. It asks a question: if this happens, what should be done? For example, if a new row is added in Google Sheet, the action will be a PDF, will be created in PDF Monkey. At the same time, the PDF will be stored in Google Drive. Technically, there will be more than one action window. But overall, the gist is, using the trigger window as well as the action window, we are going to create a workflow to integrate Google Sheets to PDF Monkey to Google Drive. Now, the best part here is, after we have built the workflow that has integrated Google Sheets to PDF Monkey to Google Drive, I will make sure the link of this workflow is available in the description box so that you can clone it and directly access it into your account. Okay, so we are going with the trigger, and in the choose tab, let me just add Google Sheet. Google Sheets. Okay, this one. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new spreadsheet row? So new spreadsheet row is a trigger event. So basically the gist is, we are just trying to integrate Google Sheets to Pabbly Connect and receive the data from Google Sheets. So let us have a look into our newly created Google Sheet. So this is a new Google Sheet. Okay, so this was the old one. Let's ignore the old one. Okay, so this is, let's cancel this all things. We don't want this. So this is a newly created Google Sheet. Basically, it has the same column. We have the date, company, address line 1, address line 2, city, zip code, invoice ID, amount, description, VAT, total VAT, and all those things. So the idea is that once the data is entered in this Google Sheet, it will be collected by Pabbly Connect. So we are going to integrate this Google Sheet to Pabbly Connect, and this is how you do it. First of all, you go to add-ons. Okay, so this is the add-ons, and in the add-ons, you will find Pabbly Connect Webhooks. In my case, Pabbly Connect Webhook is an add-on that I have installed in my Google Sheet. But since you are beginning fresh, you may have to go to Get Add-ons. Okay, I'm just trying to teach you how to install the add-on called as Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So when you click on add-ons, you will find Google Workspace Marketplace in front of you. In the search, just type Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Pabbly Connect Webhooks, this one. Okay, so this is the button. Just click on this button to install Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Now, in my case, it is already installed, so I'm not going to install it again. So after installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat this again. After installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. So I'm hoping that you have installed Pabbly Connect Webhooks. At the same time, you have refreshed your Google Sheet. So let me just cancel this, going back to add-ons, Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and just click on Initial Setup. Okay, so before we deal with initial setup, I'm sorry, I should have mentioned something. So as you can see, column L, that is related to total amount, is our last data entry column. I repeat this again, column L, which is related to total amount, is our last data entry column, because after column L, there is no data. Okay, so column L is our last data entry column. So let me just go to add-ons, Pabbly Connect Webhooks, just click on Initial Setup. So this is the window of Initial Setup. Here you have to fill two fields, the webhook URL as well as the trigger column. So what's the deal with the webhook URL? So let me just go to Pabbly Connect and copy this. This is basically the webhook URL you want. You copy this and you paste it here. Easy. Then we have the trigger column. Now the trigger column is always the last data entry column. In our case, column L is our last data entry column. So I'm going to mention the trigger column as column L. Okay. So we have worked on webhook URL. We have also entered the trigger column. All you have to do is just click on submit. Essentially, it means that we have integrated this Google Sheet to Pabbly Connect. So there is something else you have to do. Go back to add-ons. There is a minor thing. That's all. Just click on send on event. This will ensure that anytime column L is filled, it will keep sending on the data. And let me have a look at Pabbly Connect. Yes, it is showing it is waiting for the data. So we are ready to enter some data in my Google Sheet. So we are going to enter the data one by one. So we have the date field. So I'm entering today's date. That is 5th of July 2021. Then we have the company or the name of the person for whom we are going to create the invoice. The name of the person, we are going with the name of the person is Johnson. Okay, Johnson it is. So this is where Johnson lives. He lives in a villa or something. Just a random address I'm just giving. Okay, Villa Green. And the address line 2. The address line 2 is he lives in near Pipeline. Okay, and the city is New York. The zip code is this thing, and this is the unique invoice ID. The invoice description, let's add it as renewal. The total amount is 5,000. I'm sorry, the amount is 5,000. Okay, then we are going to work with VAT. The VAT amount is 20, or let's go with 10. 10 is much easier. The VAT amount is 500, then 10% of amount is 500, and the total amount is 5,500. 5,500. Okay, so this is the total amount, and remember this column L is our last data entry column. So we have entered the details in column L. This means the trigger has been rigged. Now it basically means it will be sending the data to Pabbly Connect. So let's have a look. Since Pabbly Connect is integrated with this Google Sheet, has it captured the detail or not? Yes, we do have the details. We have the company, that is Johnson, we have the date, we have the address line 1, address line 2, the city, the zip code, the invoice ID, the invoice description, that is renewal. Then we have the amount, that is 5,000. Then we have the VAT, that is 10. The VAT amount, that is 500. The total amount, that is VAT plus amount, that is total amount 5,500. Now using all these details, we are going to create an invoice in PDF Monkey. So let's deal with PDF Monkey. So in the action window, we are going to select PDF Monkey. PDF Monkey it is. Now in the action event, how about we make it as generate a document? Simply just click on connect. We are going with a new connection. Okay, so we have to enter a token, okay, or the API key. So to get the token or the API key of the PDF Monkey, all you have to do is just click on this blue characters, my account /PDF Monkey /authentication. So this is the account and this is the API authentication. So let me just click here, show my API key. So this is the API key you want, copy this and you just paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the token or the API key. Okay, I repeat this again. All you have to do is just click here and you will be directed to the API section. Or you can simply just go from PDF Monkey straight away from my account, API key as well as authentication. So I just saved you some time by just clicking on this route. Okay, so let me just click on save. So when you click on save, you will find some fields, the template ID, dynamic ID. Okay, so the purpose of these fields is that we are going to create an invoice in PDF Monkey from the data that we have received from Google Sheets. So we have the first field, that is template ID. So what's the deal with template ID? Okay, so let me just take you to PDF Monkey and let me just click on templates. So as you can see, I have already created a template for invoice. So this is the template. So if you have already worked with PDF Monkey, you already know this. So as you can see, we have some data here, the HTML, CSS and sample data. So let me just introduce you to the concept of dynamic tags. So what I'm going to do here is, as you can see, we have, let me just go to the sample data. Okay, so this is the sample data. So we have date. Okay, so we have date, that is basically invoice date, and we have date here also. I'm sorry, date here also. Then we have the invoice ID, and this is where the invoice ID will be found. Then we have the company name. So this is the company name and that's here. And then we have the address line 1. So this is address line 1. Okay. And then we have address line 2, the city. So this is the city. Then we have the zip code, the description, the quantity. So description and the quantity, description and the quantity. Then we have the VAT rate, that is this. And then we have the VAT due, that is this, and the total. So I hope you are getting the point. If you are not clear, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going back to the HTML section. Okay. And basically, I'm just going to copy this whole code. Okay, for your consideration, I'm just going to copy this whole code and once again paste it here. My point is we are going to add one more field. So this field, the last field is for zip code. Okay, I hope it is getting clear. This last code is for zip code. Now I plan to introduce one more field. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to remove this. Okay, remove the zip code part. Let me just remove the zip code part and let me just enter a new tag, that is state. Okay, we have added a new code, that is state. Now what we are going to do here is, here also in the sample data, we are going to introduce one more field. So this is how you do it. Double quotes, state. Okay. and once again double quotes, state. Okay, so let me just click on save and refresh. Okay, so actually I had forgot to put on this comma here. Okay, so as you can see, we have a new tag here. Okay, that is state. Okay, as you can see, we have a new tag called as state. So if it is not clear, let me just enter one more code. How about we add one more, something related to the customer details, customer personal detail. So how about we go with the phone number? Okay, how about we go with the phone number? Okay, so here I'm just going to mention it as phone number. My point is any variation that is bought here will be reflected in this template. So I have added phone number. Okay, and let me just go to the sample data and let me enter a comma this time. Last time I had forgot, and press enter, double quotes. The idea is that if I mention phone here, it will become that same data will come here. Then we have phone, okay, colon, double quotes, and once again phone. Okay, so I think we are ready. So let me just click on save and refresh. Okay, so as you can see, we have phone here. I hope it is getting clear. We introduce some tags here and it will be reflected in the invoice template. So I'm not going to click on publish because we don't have the details of the state as well as the phone from our Google Sheet. So that is why I'm just going with the old sheet, details of the old sheet. So let me just click on discard changes. Okay, let me just click on yes. Okay, so we are ready. So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, we have to enter the template ID. So let me just introduce you to the template ID. So technically this is the template ID, but I will show you from the home section. So this is the template that I'm going to work with. So I'm just going to copy this. This is the template ID. I have copied the template ID and I'm going to paste it here. Now using this template, we are going to create invoices. Now then we have to deal with the dynamic data, that is JSON payload. All you have to do is, okay. So all you have to do is, let me just scroll down. All you have to do is, let me just go to the template once again, go to the invoice, go to the sample data and simply copy all of this. Copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so if you don't understand anything, it's totally fine. I will explain you in a minute. So basically what we are going to do here is we are going to map all the details one by one from our Google Sheet. So for instance, we have this field that is date. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to remove this, okay? And we have already got the date. So this is the date that we have got from our Google Sheet. So let me just show you the date. So this is the date that we have got from our Google Sheet. We are going to map this detail here, okay? So I'm just going to click here and I'm going to click on the first accordion and then we have the date and we have mapped it. Easy. Then we have the invoice ID. So we are going to map the invoice ID. So where is our invoice ID? So this is the ID. Okay, so now you know the drill. You just remove the static part. Okay, you click here and you go to the first accordion and this is the invoice ID and we have mapped it. Then we have the company name. So company name is basically, in our case, is also the person's name for whom we are creating the invoice. In my case, it's Johnson. So I'm just going to remove this. Okay, remove this company name, the static part, and let me just map the dynamic part. So the dynamic part is Johnson. Then we have the address line. I'm just going to remove this. I'm going to click here and we have the address line 1 as Villa Green. Then we have the address line 2. I'm just going to remove this. I'm going to click here and this is the address line 2. Then we have the city. I'm going to click here and the city is New York and we have mapped it. Then we have the zip code. We remove this and this is, where is our zip code? Okay, yeah, so this is the zip code and we have mapped it. I hope now it is getting clear. So this is basically the renewal description and the renewal description, the invoice description, that is renewal. Then we have the quantity. The quantity is 1, so I'm just mapping, I'm sorry, not mapping, I'm just entering as 1. So the reason I'm showing it as 1 is because I just want to show you that we didn't get this, we didn't have the field for quantity. So I'm just directly entering quantity as 1. This is because it won't really change. Okay, so the quantity will always remain same because the invoice is being created for one quantity. So that is why I have mentioned it's static, that is 1. Okay, but in case if you want to work with quantity, you can just also add the column for quantity in Google Sheet, but I'm happy with this. So let me just remove the amount, okay, the initial amount. The initial amount was 5,000 and we have mapped it. Then we have the VAT rate, I think it was 10%, so we have mapped it. Then we have VAT due, so let me just remove this. So in case of VAT due, I'm just going to add the VAT amount, that is 500. Basically 10% of 5,000, that is 500. And this is the total amount. So total amount is this. Okay, we have mapped it. So we have mapped sufficient details. All we have to do is just click on save and send test request to create our PDF. So let me do that. Let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the response is a positive one, and remember this is the document ID that has been created for the newly created document or newly created PDF. So let me have a look. Do we have documents? So let me just go to the documents. I think this is the recent one. Okay, so let us have a look. Is it the same ID? E73B0. E73B0. Okay, so this is the one. So let us have a look. Do we have the PDF? Okay, so let's explore. Yes, this is basically the same PDF. Okay, we have the guy, that is Johnson. We have the place, that is New York. This is the pin code, the quantity 1, the amount, that is 5,000. The total amount is 5,500. The VAT due, that is 10. The VAT rate, that is 10, and the VAT due, that is 500. Excellent. So what's next? So what we are going to do here is we are basically going to after creating a document, we are going to make sure that this document is present in my Google Drive. So before we do that, there are 2-3 things I have to explain. First of all, we actually have to create a downloadable URL. Okay, so before we enter the document into Google Drive, we have to create a downloadable URL because Google Drive demands a downloadable URL that can be entered as a file in Google Drive. So if you don't get it, let me explain you this way. First of all, let me just create a downloadable URL. Okay, so once again, I'm just going to work with PDF Monkey. PDF Monkey it is. Then the action event. Let me just click on find document and simply just click on connect. So this time we are going with the existing connection. Okay, and let me just click on save. So the document ID is this one. Okay, so if you may remember, when the document was created, it generated a document ID. So this is the document ID. So we have the document ID and we are just going to map the document ID here. Okay, so the idea is that we are going to create a downloadable URL. So yes, so I think we have created the downloadable URL. So where is the link downloadable URL? Yes, I think document downloadable URL. So this is the one, I think. Oh yeah, so this is the one we want. So using this link, we are going to create a document in Google Drive. Now, before we create a document in Google Drive, let us go to Google Drive. Okay, let me just straight away go to my Google Drive. Okay, so this is my Google Drive. And my plan is I'm going to create the document in a particular folder. So that is why I'm going to create first a folder. So let me just create a folder in my Google Drive. And the name of the folder is invoice data. Just a random name, that's all. Invoice data, and let me just click on create. Okay, so a new folder called as invoice data has been created. So yeah, so this is the folder invoice data. Okay, so let us go to Pabbly Connect, and to deal with Google Drive, we are going to include one more action window, and we are going to select the choose app as Google Drive. Google Drive it is. Now in the action event, how about we make it as upload a file, because we really want to upload the file, that is the PDF file, into my Google Drive. So let me just click on connect. We are going with a new connection. Just click on connect with Google Drive. Okay, so if you're a bit confused that why I'm working in incognito mode, the reason is if you are working with Google Sheet and have multiple Gmail accounts, it is always advisable that you work in incognito mode. This is something I should have mentioned earlier. Okay, so the reason I'm working on incognito mode is if you have a Google Sheet and have multiple Gmail accounts, it is always advisable that you work in incognito mode. Otherwise, there will be the problem of authentication. So as you can see, there is only one Gmail account. So this Gmail account has the Google Drive, okay, and in this Google Drive we have the folder that is invoice data. So I'm selecting this Gmail account. Now it is asking me to confirm my choice. So before I press allow, let me just tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. So on the basis of that trust, let me just press allow. Okay, so the authorization is successful. So as you can see, we have three fields: the URL, the folder ID, as well as the file name. So let's deal with the URL. So what we are going to do here is first we are going to add the URL. Now, if you may remember, we have created a downloadable URL. So this is the downloadable URL. We have to map this particular detail here. So this is how you do it. You click here, I'm sorry, not here. You go to the third accordion and this is the downloadable URL and we have mapped it. Now we have to mention the folder ID. Now the folder ID is basically, as you can see, this is the folder that is invoice data. So this is the ID, the unique ID, okay, of this particular folder. I'm just going to copy this. This is the folder ID. Okay, do not include the slash or the folder path, just the characters after the slash. Okay, so this is basically the folder ID. We have copied it and I'm going to paste it here. Now this is something that will always remain unique, so that is why I have pasted it. Okay, so do not include the dynamic one, because if we include something dynamic, it will keep on changing. So this will remain static. So that is why I have just manually pasted it here. Then we have the file name. Now when a document or a PDF will be created in this folder, it should have a unique name. Okay, so I'm just going to add the unique name. So the idea is that I'm going to add the person's name as well as the ID, the invoice ID. Okay, so this was the person's name. If you may remember, the person's name was Johnson, okay, or the company name, and then we have the invoice ID. So this is the combination of these two can create a really unique ID for the document. Okay, so I'm just going to click here, and the data was Johnson dash, and then we have the invoice ID. Okay, now since a PDF is going to be created, I'm going to add the extension .pdf. Easy. And let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the response is a positive one. So let's explore. Yes, we do have a document or a PDF called as Johnson's dash and the invoice ID.pdf. So let's explore. Okay, so this is basically the rest of the details. We have Johnson, New York, and rest of the details. Excellent. We have the quantity, the amount, the VAT rate, and all those details. So we have created an invoice from the data present in Google Sheet using PDF Monkey. Now this is actually far from over. Now what if I create one more PDF using a different data? So this is the rest of the data. Okay, this is an actually new data. Once again, 5/7/2021, 5th of July 2021, we have the company that is, let's say, SpaceX. Okay, this time we are going with the company. Earlier we went with the person's name. This time we are going with the company. The address line is California 227. Okay. Now the address line Big Apple. The city is Silicon Valley. Actually, we misplaced it, Silicon Valley, but since this is a random experiment, it's okay. This is the zip code, and then we have the invoice ID. The invoice is renewal type. Renewal. Okay, so we are going with the amount. That is 1,000. The VAT is 10% once again. I'm using 10% because 10% is easy to calculate, that is why. and the VAT amount is 10% of 1000, that is 100, and the total amount is 1100. Okay, so let's explore. Do we have a PDF here? So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to refresh my Google Drive to explore do we have a PDF, but unfortunately the PDF hasn't arrived. So there is something you have to know. PDF Monkey actually takes an appreciable amount of time to create a downloadable URL. Okay, so before we deal with the downloadable URL, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to introduce a delay. Okay, so let me just add a delay. So the idea is that the reason we are adding the delay module is because PDF Monkey actually takes an appreciable amount of time to create this particular downloadable URL from the document ID. So the whole process has to be delayed for maybe 1 or 2 minutes so that we can get the whole data in one punch. So that is why I have introduced the delay by Pabbly. Now, if you are dealing with the delay by Pabbly module for the first time, we can actually introduce, we can actually slow down the whole workflow for some minutes or days or hours. It's totally on you. In my case, I'm just delaying the workflow for a minute, 1 minute. That would be sufficient so that the PDF Monkey can create a unique document ID. So all you have to do is just click on save and send test request. So as you can see, it is showing it is delayed for 1 minute. After that, let me just click on F5, Control plus F5 to refresh the whole workflow. So the workflow has been refreshed. Okay, so the whole system from here, okay, from here to here will be delayed for 1 minute. From here to here will be delayed for 1 minute. After the delay of 1 minute, the PDF Monkey will create a document. Okay, I'm sorry, will create a downloadable URL. And this downloadable URL will appear here to create a unique PDF. Now, once again, let's create one more data. Okay, so this time we have a company called as company or a person called as how about Apple. Okay, so once again, let me just enter the name. I'm sorry, the date. The company name is Apple. And then we have the address line as Rington 550 and Caltech. The city is San Francisco. And then we have the zip code, bunch of random numbers. And the invoice is this. The invoice description is renewal. The amount is 5,000. The VAT is of 10%. Okay. The VAT amount is once again 500. Okay. That's okay. And the total amount is 5,500. Okay, so we have entered all the details one by one. Now what we are going to do here is the data has been entered. So let's explore in our Google Drive. Do we have the details or the invoice of this particular company? Okay, so Apple. So let me just go to my Google Drive and let me just refresh this once again. Okay, so as you can see, we have got the PDF. So this is the PDF name, okay, that is Apple dash and the invoice ID. If you may remember, we have added the company as Apple and this was the unique invoice ID. So now we have a unique code. Okay, so we do have a unique code. Unique title for the PDF. And let's explore the PDF. Okay, so this is the PDF. Okay, so Apple, San Francisco, and this is the quantity, this is the amount, this is the total amount, and rest of the details. So we have got the invoice. So the presence of this invoice shows that we have a successful integration between Google Sheet, PDF Monkey, as well as Google Drive. Now, before you leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So let me just minimize this. So basically, this is the whole process in a nutshell. First of all, you have integrated Google Sheets to Pabbly Connect, and then you have received the data from Google Sheet. Okay, so we have the details of the invoice. Now, using the details of the invoice from our Google Sheet, we have created a document. But the problem here is when a new downloadable URL is created in PDF Monkey, it actually takes an appreciable amount of time. That is why we have introduced delay by Pabbly, so that it can delay these two processes for 1 minute. Now, after the delay, it just created a new document URL. Now, using the document URL, we have created a PDF in Google Drive, or we have uploaded a PDF in Google Drive. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Google Sheets, PDF Monkey, as well as Google Drive. Excellent. Hello everyone. So in this video, we will learn how to sync new Airtable projects with Google Drive. So imagine this, you have created a new record in Airtable. Now to back up your data, you plan to create a folder in Google Drive. Once the folder is created in Google Drive, you want the link of the folder in the adjacent column in Airtable. So here you have two choices. The first choice is copy the record details from Airtable, sort it out, manually create a folder in Google Drive, and paste the link in the adjacent column in Airtable. The problem with this approach is it's actually very repetitive and tiresome. So I would suggest that you bring in some automation so that whenever a new record is added in Airtable, it will automatically create a folder in Google Drive and add this folder link in the adjacent column of Airtable. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Airtable to Google Drive and back again to Airtable. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you on my screen. Okay, so we will begin with a small example. So as you can see, this is my Airtable, and I have created a new base called as Red King, and this is my table, okay, new record for base. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to add some field. So the name of the person is, let's say, John, okay. John is the name of the person, and he has to do, let's say, cooking. Okay, so a person has been created, that is John, and then we have created a new record, that is cooking. So the idea is that once this field has been added, a new link will be automatically added here. So give it 1 or 2 seconds and the link will be automatically added here. Okay, so as you can see, we have got the link. So your obvious question is, what is this link? So we have developed the automation that once a record is added, a folder will be automatically created in my Google Drive. And this link, okay, so this link is basically the link of this folder. So basically, to begin the integration process, let me just create a new tab, and in the new tab, let me just type pabbly.com. So your obvious question is, why pabbly.com? Because we have an app called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Airtable to Google Drive. So let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. So let me just scroll down, and here you will find Connect. Just click on Access Now. Okay, so before we create a new workflow, let me just close this old workflow. Otherwise, we will be getting 2 times results, double results. So let me just create a new workflow. We will start from scratch, and the name of the workflow should be something like Airtable to Google Drive to Airtable. So basically, this is the whole process. Once a record will be added in Airtable, there will be a folder in Google Drive, and again the record will be updated. Okay, so let me just click on create. Okay, so when you click on create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Airtable? Airtable it is. Okay, so now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new record? Okay, so new record is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new record is added in Airtable, then what action should be taken by the system? Now at present, we only have one trigger event, that is new record. Now, if you want more triggers of your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build a trigger event for you. But at present, I'm happy when a new record is made in Airtable. Okay, so let me just click on connect with Airtable. In the new credentials, we have to fill in the token. So to get the token, let's have a visit to Airtable. So this is my Airtable account, and let me just click on account. Okay, so just click on this part, account. So let me just scroll down, and here in the API section, you will find the API token. So let me just copy this, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the API token. Excellent. And let me just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. Actually, there are 2 blanks. One is for the base and one is for the table. So as you can see, these are all the bases that is present in my Airtable account. So all those bases that is present here, okay, so as you can see, these are all the bases that is present in my Airtable account is being simply reflected here. This is because Airtable is now integrated with Pabbly Connect. So what if I create a new base? So let us begin from scratch. That is why, okay, so we are going to create a new base. So let's say the record base should be something like a name, working schedule. Okay, so basically we are going to create a schedule. Okay, and I'm just going to make some changes in this base. So first of all, let me just rename this table. Okay, workload or work person. Okay, so this is the name of the table. Okay, so these are the record fields we have. So what I'm going to do here is we are going to first of all delete this field. We don't really need this. So I'm just going to delete this field totally. And we also don't want at this point these extra record fields. So I'm just going to delete all selected records. Okay, so now we also have to make some changes in the attachment. Now since we are going to add or update the record as a link, so let me just remove this. Okay, and change the field type. So I'm just going to add it as a link. Okay, and I'm going to change it to link it to other record, and let me just click on save. Okay, so now we are practically ready. So a new base called as working schedule has been added, and the table associated with is work person. There is only one table, that is work person. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to Pabbly Connect and I'm just going to refresh this. So when I click on refresh, I can expect to find a newly created base in the drop down. So let me just have a look. So let me just have a look. Yeah, we do have a base called as working schedule. So we have selected it. Now by default it is showing the table that is associated with it, that is work person. If there were more tables, more table would have been shown in the drop down, but there is only one table, that is work person. Okay, so it is being reflected here and we have selected it. So when I click on save and send test request, it will show the data of the recently created record. So let me just show you what it will do. At present we don't have any record, so let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so as you can see, the API response is showing no such data because we don't have any record at this point. So what I'm going to do here is we are going to enter some name. So let's say Elon Musk. Okay, and in the notes, Tesla. Okay, so here the link will come, so we are not going to add anything here. So what I'm going to do here is once again, I'm just going to click on save and send test request. Now, as I mentioned before, once I click on save and send test request, it will fetch the data of the recently created record. Now, the recently created record is of Elon Musk. So let me do that. Let me just click on save and send test request to show the data. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, this is the ID associated. Now let me just remind you that this is actually very important. Now coming to the name is Elon Musk, the node is Tesla, and the time it was created. Okay, so basically now we have to create a folder associated with this record in Google Drive. So to do that, let me just click on this plus button. Okay, so when you click on this plus button, another window appears in front of you. This is called as the action window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Google Drive. Okay. So basically what we are going to do here is we are going to create a file or a folder associated with this record. So what I'm going to do here is in the action window, how about action event? I'm just going to make it as create a file or a folder. So where is our action event? Create a file or folder. Yeah, this one. Okay, so create a file or a folder is an action event. There are of course many action events associated with Google Drive. Now in case if you want more action events according to your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build an action event for you. But at present, I just want to create a folder in Google Drive. So let me just click on connect with Google Drive. In the new credentials, let me just again click on connect with Google Drive. So as you can see, these are the series of Gmail accounts I have. And in this particular Gmail account, this Google Drive is present. Okay, so let me just select this. Okay, so now it is asking me to confirm my choice. Now before I click on allow, let me tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with this. Okay, so on the basis of that trust, let me just press allow. Okay, so it is showing the authorization is successful. Just press OK. So as you can see, we do have a blank called as file name. We have to fill in the file name. So what is that? So basically we want to fill a name so that our new folder will be created. So what I'm going to do here is, since I just want to associate the record and the folder, so I'm just going to type the name as Elon Musk. So what I'm going to do here is, this is my Google Drive, and let me just take you to my drive. Okay, so these are all the folders that is present in my Google Drive. So let me just go to Pabbly Connect, and in the file type I'm going to change it to drive folder. So the idea is that once I click on save and send test request, it will create a drive folder called as Elon Musk in my Google Drive. Okay, so let me do that. Let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so as you can see, a new folder has been created. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to show you the folder. So this is the folder Elon Musk. So let's select this. Okay, so this is the folder Elon Musk. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is next, we want to create a link so that this link will be available in this section. Okay, in this section. So let me just click on this plus button, and this time we are going to associate it with the Airtable. So let me just type Airtable. Okay. So this time we are just going to update a record. So let's select the action event as update a record, and let me just again click on connect with Airtable. Now we are not going to fill this again. We are just going to the recent setting. Okay, so this is the one, and let me just click on save. Okay, so as you can see, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. The purpose of these blank is very simple. We are going to update a record in Airtable. So as you can see, in the base it is by default showing project tracker. So these are, as I mentioned, these are all the bases that is present here, but at present I only want this base, that is working schedule. So let me just select working schedule. Okay, so now coming to the table name. So by default it is already showing the table name, that is work person. So now coming to the record. So basically here the record of this record will come. Okay, so basically we have to enter this particular detail. So now to do that, first of all, let me just show you the ID. So basically this is the ID we want. So I'm just going to remove this. Okay, first of all, I'm just going to toggle this to the right, and I'm going to remove this. Okay, and here I'm just going to click on this mapping button. Click on this mapping button, and let me just go to the Airtable record, and let me just map the ID. Okay, now coming to the name, notes, as well as the link. So we don't want to change anything about these two fields, but we definitely have to work on the link. So basically the link is something that will come here. Okay, so basically we are going to work on that. So basically we are going to add the folder link. So as you can see, this is our folder link. So this is the folder called as Elon Musk. I have shown you. Let me just show you again. So this is the folder that we have created, and we just click here, and this is the link associated with this folder. Now there is something you should know. Now this particular link consists of two parts. This part is called as the static part, whereas this one is the dynamic part. Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to do here is, let me just explain you much better. So let me just go back to my drive. Okay, and let me just click on this particular folder. So as you can see, this part always remains static, whereas this part has a very different set of characters. Okay, as you can see, these two things are different. For example, again, let me just go to this new folder. Okay, so this part always remains static. Okay, there is no change. It's basically the address. It never changes. Whereas for Elon and Lygium and this particular, we do have a different set of characters. So this part keeps on changing. So let's deal with the static one first. So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, I'm just going to map this particular detail here. Okay, let me just go to this part. Okay, and let me just map this. I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it here. Easy. Okay, so now coming to the ID. So basically we have to enter the ID. So this is the ID we want. Okay, so basically this is the ID of this particular folder. Okay, let me just show you the folder of Elon Musk. So this is the folder of Elon Musk. So basically, as you can see, this is the ID starting with 1K9EQ something up to N0. So this is the ID 1K9EQ and N0. So this is the static part. Now if a new record is created, a new folder will be created in Google Drive, and the Google Drive will show a very different ID for that particular newly created record. Okay, so as you can see, this is the dynamic one. Enough of explanation. Let me just click on save and send test request, and this particular link will appear here. Okay, so let me do that. Let me just click on save and send test request. So as you can see, we do have the link. So basically this is our link. Okay, so before you go away, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So first you integrated Airtable to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to Google Drive to create a folder. Then you have updated the Airtable record by just adding this link. Okay, so basically this is the folder link. Excellent. Hello everyone. So in this video, we will learn how to connect Dropbox to Google Drive and transfer files easily. So imagine this, you have uploaded a file in Dropbox. Now to create a backup of this file, you plan to create the same file in Google Drive. So here you have two choices. The first choice is download the file from Dropbox and re-upload it into Google Drive. The problem with this approach is it's actually very repetitive and tiresome. So I would suggest that you bring in some automation so that whenever a new file is uploaded in Dropbox, it will automatically create a file in Google Drive. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Dropbox and Google Drive. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you on my screen. Okay, so we will begin with a small example. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to upload a file. So let me just upload a file in Dropbox. So the name of the file, or we will just go to the desktop. I'm just going to upload a small PNG file. So how about I upload this image, Taj Mahal. So I have uploaded it. Okay, so it is uploading 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 second, 1 second left. Okay, so the file has been uploaded, that is Taj Mahal. So this is my recently uploaded file, that is tajmahal.png. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take you to my Google Drive and I'm just going to refresh this. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the image. Okay, so this is the image, Taj Mahal. Okay, so let it load. Okay, so this is the image that we wanted. So basically this is the whole gist, that once a file is uploaded in Dropbox, it will be reflected as a file also in Google Drive. So to begin the actual integration process, what I'm going to do here is in a new tab, I'm just going to type pabbly.com. Okay, so your obvious question is why pabbly.com? Basically, we have an app called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Dropbox and Google Drive. So this is the website of pabbly.com. Let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. So what I'm going to do here is, let me just scroll down and here you will find Connect. Just click on Access Now. Okay, so before I create a new workflow, there is something I have to do. So as you can see, this is the workflow with which we have got this result. Okay, so I'm going to just switch this off. All I have to do is toggle this to the left. So the reason I have to switch it off is because once I create a new workflow, there will be double results in Google Drive. Okay, so to avoid the duplication of result, I have switched it off. It is actually none of your concern. We are going to start from scratch by clicking on create workflow. So here we are going to give a name to this workflow. The name I'm going to give it as Dropbox to Google Drive. Now of course you can give any name according to your discretion, but I'm going with Dropbox to Google Drive. So let me just click on create. Okay, so basically what we're going to do here is we are going to create a new workflow. Now for your convenience, if you want to clone this workflow, I will make sure that the link of this workflow is available in the description box. Now in the choose app, how about we make it as Dropbox, because we want to send the data from Dropbox. That is why. I'm sorry, Dropbox. Okay. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new file? Okay, so new file is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new file is added in Dropbox, then what action should be taken by the system? Now, of course, we only have one trigger event, that is a new file. Now, if you want more triggers of your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build our trigger events, more trigger events according to your choice. But at present, I basically just want to send the data when a new file is uploaded in Dropbox. So basically, the gist is we are just trying to integrate Dropbox to Pabbly Connect. So let me just click on Connect with Dropbox. In the new credentials, let me just click on Connect with Dropbox. Okay, so it's just okay. Excellent. It is showing the authorization successful. Just press OK. So as you can see, we have a blank called as a folder path. So basically, we have to specify the folder from which we will be extracting the data of the file. So as you can see, let me just take you to my home page, dashboard of Dropbox. So these are all the folders we have. Okay. So let's say I want to extract the data from this particular folder. Okay. So this is the folder that we want. So the folder name is awesome. So what I'm going to do here is, because I'm lazy, I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. So now the folder name is here. Now to specify the path, all you have to do is enter a slash. Okay, so our folder path is ready. Now coming to Dropbox. Okay, so for your convenience, I'm just going to upload one more image. Okay, so let me just go to files. Okay, so let's say I'm going to upload my own image. Okay, so the name of the file is called as stud, because I look like a stud. Okay, so let me just click on okay. So it is uploading this file. The file has been uploaded. So when I go to Pabbly Connect and when I click on save and send test request, it will fetch the data of the recently uploaded file in Dropbox. Okay, so I have specified the folder path, and in this folder we have uploaded this particular file. And when I click on save and send test request, it will fetch the data of this particular file, stud.png. So let me just show you. Let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the name. Okay, so the name is stud.png, and there is something else I have to show you. So let me just scroll down, and basically this is the link that we want to share on Google Drive so that it can create a file. So the link is a shareable link, res3 shareable link. I'm just going to copy this. Okay, copy this, and I'm going to open this in a new tab. So the idea is that you will really understand what's the, okay, so basically this is the image. This is the same image that we have uploaded in Dropbox, stud.png. So what we are going to do here is using this link, we are going to create a file, okay, create a same image file in Google Drive. So to do that, let me just click on this plus button. Okay, so when you click on this plus button, another window opens up. This is called as the action window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Google Drive? Google Drive it is. Okay, so now in the action event, how about we make it as upload a file? So where is upload a file? Yeah, this one. Okay, so upload a file is an action event. There are many more action events like create a subfolder, create a shared drive, delete file or folder, move a file. All of them are a bunch of action events. Now, in case if you want more action events according to your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build an action event for you. But at present, I just want to upload a file in Google Drive. So let me just click on connect with Google Drive. In the new credentials, let me just click on connect with Google Drive. Okay, so as you can see, we do have a series of Gmail accounts, and in this particular Gmail account, let me just remove this. Okay, so this is the Gmail account that we want. Okay, so I'm just clicking it here. Okay, so selecting this one. So we have selected it. So this is the Gmail account in which this Google Drive is present. So we have selected it. Now, before you click on allow, before you grant access to Pabbly Connect, let me tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. So on the basis of that trust, let me just press allow. Okay, so it's showing the authorization is successful. Just press OK. So as you can see, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. The purpose of this blank is very simple. We are going to construct a file from the data that we have received in Dropbox via Pabbly Connect. Now we have the field called as the URL. So basically we have to map this particular URL, okay, here. So to do that, let me introduce you to this button. This button is called as the mapping button. When we click this, we will find the data from the Dropbox in this accordion. So let me just scroll down, and this is the link we want. This is the URL we want, and we have mapped it. Excellent. Now coming to the folder ID. Okay, so basically we want to mention a folder ID. So for your convenience, I'm just going back to my Google Drive. Okay, and I'm going to create a new folder. So let me just create a new folder. So the name of the folder is, let's say, Dropbox files. Okay, just a random name, and let me just click on create. Okay, so the file name is Dropbox file, folder name is Dropbox file, and let me just click this. And what I'm going to do here is we basically want this ID. So basically these are the whole bunch of characters that we want. I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. So basically this is your folder ID and we have pasted it here. Now the reason we have entered the static ID is because this is something that won't change. Okay, so that is why we have entered the static one. Okay, so basically we have just copied this and pasted it here. Now coming to the file name, we are just mentioning as the same name that we had from the Dropbox. So the name of the file is, I think, stud.png. Okay, so this is not the file name. Okay, yeah, so this is the file name that we want. So we are going to keep it as the same name, that is stud.png. So we have entered the file name, the folder ID. So basically in this particular folder, okay, that is Dropbox file, it will be this particular URL will be created as a file. So let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing that the data has been sent. So let's have a look. So as you can see, we do have this handsome guy. Okay, so this is the same image that we had uploaded in Dropbox. So the presence of this image shows that we have successfully integrated Dropbox and Google Drive with help of Pabbly Connect. So before you go away, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to minimize this action window and I'm going to minimize the trigger window. So basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First you integrated Dropbox to Pabbly Connect and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to Google Drive. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Dropbox and Google Drive. Hello everyone. So in this video, we will learn how to create Google Drive folders for new tasks in Asana projects. So imagine this, you have added a new task in Asana. So you have the name, the description, the assignee, as well as the due date, a perfect Asana task. So to create a backup of the data, you want to create a folder for each task in Google Drive. So here you have two choices. The first choice is copy all the details of the task from Asana, sort it out, and manually create a folder in Google Drive. The problem with this approach is it's actually very repetitive and tiresome. So here I would suggest that you bring in some automation so that whenever a new task is added in Asana, automatically create a folder in Google Drive. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Asana and Google Drive. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you on my screen. So let me just remove this and straight away take you to Asana. So basically this is my dashboard and this is the project that is called as programming errors. So the idea is that we are going to create a new task in this particular project. So the name of the project is Selenium error. So we are going to add a new task. So the name of the task is Selenium error. So let me just first add the assignee. Okay, so basically we will be adding the assignee, the due date as well as the description first, and then we will be giving the task name. Okay, so the due date is on 29th. Okay, and we have added the assignee as arrow. So basically this person will be sorting out the issue, and the priority I'm keeping it as medium, and the description is the compiler in Selenium has failed, and the task name is Selenium error. Okay, so basically this is the title, Selenium error. This is the assignee, this is the due date, this is the priority that is kept as medium, and this is the description. So basically we have created a new task called as Selenium error. Now the idea is that once a task is created in Asana, it will be reflected as a folder in Google Drive. So let me just take you to my Google Drive. So this is my Google Drive and I'm going to click on refresh. Okay, so the task related folder hasn't arrived yet. Give it some time, it will come. Okay, so as you can see, we have got the folder Selenium error. So basically this is the gist. Anytime a new task is created in Asana, it will be reflected as a folder in Google Drive. So to begin the actual integration process in the new tab, just type pabbly.com. So your obvious question is, why pabbly.com? Well, we have an app called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Asana and Google Drive. So this is the website, that is pabbly.com. Here just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. So let me just scroll down and here you will find Connect. Just click on Access now. Okay, so at the top right corner, there is a button, Create Workflow. Click this. Before I create a new workflow, there is something I have to do. So let me just scroll down, and as you can see, we already have a workflow that has already integrated Asana and Google Drive. So I'm just going to switch off this workflow, because the reason I'm switching off this workflow is if I create a new workflow, this old workflow will be running in parallel to it, and it will create a problem called as duplication of results. Basically, we will be getting 2 results for the same trigger. So to avoid that, we have switched off this workflow. It is actually none of your concern. I'm going to start from scratch by clicking on Create Workflow. Click this. Okay, so we are going to give a name to this workflow. I'm going to give it as Asana to Google Drive. And let me just click on Create. Okay, so when you click on Create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So here in the Choose app, how about we make it as Asana, because we want to send the data from Asana. Asana it is. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new task in project. New task in project is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new task is made in Asana, then what action should be taken in the system? Now basically we are going to create a new workflow. Now if you want to replicate or clone this workflow, the link of this workflow is available in the description box. So basically at this point, we are just trying to integrate Asana to Pabbly Connect. So let me just click on Connect with Asana. In the new credentials, let me just click on Connect with Asana. Okay, so it is showing the authorization is successful. Just press OK. So as you can see, by default, it is showing the project as IT request. And when we expand this, these are all the projects that is present in my dropdown. All the projects that is present here is just from here. So let me just take you to my Asana and show all the projects. So these are all the projects that is present in my Asana account. All the project that is present here is being simply reflected here. This is because Asana is integrated with Pabbly Connect. Now what I'm going to do here is, for your consideration, I'm going to create a new project. So let me just click on a new project, start from scratch, blank project it is. And the name of the project is New Programming Errors. Okay, so this is the name of the project, that is New Programming Errors. And I'm keeping it as a board type, or how about let's keep it as list only. And let me just click on next, create a project. Okay, so we have created a new project. So in the usual cases, let me just take you to Pabbly Connect and let me just refresh this. So when I click on refresh, I can expect to find this newly created project, that is New Programming Project, in the dropdown. New Programming Errors, that's the name of the project in the dropdown. So let's explore. Yes, we do have the name, that is a new project, that is New Programming Errors. So basically, this is because we have integrated Asana to Pabbly Connect. Now in usual cases, what we do here is we basically copy this webhook URL and paste it into the triggering software. But here in Asana, all you have to do is just select your project and just click on save and send test request. So when we click on save and send test request, it will connect with that particular project. So let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing that we have successfully integrated with this particular project, that is New Programming Errors. This is the project New Programming Errors. So this means that anytime a task is created in this particular project, Pabbly Connect will capture the data. So as to ensure that Pabbly Connect captures this data, let me just go down below and let me just click on this button, capture webhook response. Okay, so it is showing it is waiting for the data. So I'm just going to create a new task. Actually, it is the first task. So the name of the task is, I'm going to start from details. Okay, so your obvious question is why I'm starting from details. Now there is something you should know. If you add a task first, task name first, and then the rest of the details, it will actually produce you two results. The first time it will show the result when the task is added, and again it will show the result when the description or the assignee is added. So basically in an iteration, it is actually creating two results, one for addition of the task and then for the updating of the task. So to avoid that, I'm going to first fill the description. So the name of the description is for loop error in Python. So this is a small description. The priority I'm keeping it as medium and the due date as 30th. Okay. The assignee I'm going to give it as Jane Austen, and the name of the project, name of the task is Python error. Okay. So we have set up it. We have actually set up the task. Okay, Python error. So let's have a look. Since Pabbly Connect is integrated with Asana, has it captured this data or not? Okay, so the data has been captured. So basically we have got all the details. Actually, we haven't got any detail. So this is because, let me just show you. Where are the details? That is assignee, the description. At least we should have the task name. Where is the task name? Nope, 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 nope. We don't have all those details, but instead we have some addresses. So the idea is very simple. All the data of the task, that is a task name, the assignee, the due date, the description, all that is present in this particular address. So basically we have to extract all the data from this particular address. So to do that, let me just create one more window. So this window is called as the action window. So in the choose app, since we want to extract the data from Asana, so let's make it as Asana once again. Now in the action event, how about we just scroll down and let me just click on get a task. Okay, so get a task is basically means that get task details by task ID. We are going to mention a task ID, and I have shown you the address, that is basically your task ID. From that particular address, we are going to extract the details. So we have selected it, and let me just click on connect with Asana. So we are just going to go to the recent setting. This is the one, and let me just click on save. Okay, so as you can see, it is showing the field that is task ID. So first of all, I'm just going to click on this button and we are going to map from this accordion the task ID. So this is the task ID. Okay, so we have mapped it. Now this is the same thing that we have mentioned, that I have mentioned earlier. This is basically the same address. I have mentioned it, and let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing that we have got all the details. For example, we have the assignee name, that is Jane Austen. And where are the rest of the details? So this is basically the project name, that is new programming errors. We have got that. This is the title, that is Python error. And this is the description, for loop error in Python. So we have got all the details. Now using this particular detail, we are going to create a folder in Google Drive. So to do that, let me just scroll down and click on this plus button. Okay, so when you click on this plus button in the choose app, we just type Google Drive. Google Drive it is. Now in the action event, how about we just click on create a file or a folder. Then click on connect with Google Drive. In the new credentials, click on connect with Google Drive. Okay, so as you can see, these are a series of Gmail accounts I have, and this particular Google Drive is present in this account. So I'm selecting this one. Okay, so it is asking me to confirm my choice. So before I click on allow, let me tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. So on the basis of that trust, let me just press allow. Okay, so it is showing the authorization is successful. Just press OK. So it is demanding the file name. So we have to mention a file name. So because when a file will be created, it will always have a unique name. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on this button and I'm going to go to the second accordion. And here I'm just going to enter the name of the title. So the name of the task title is Python error. So where is it? Okay, so where is it? Yeah, this one. Okay, and the file type I'm keeping it as a drive folder. Okay, because basically we want to create a folder in Drive, so the file type is drive folder. So all we have to do is just click on save and send test request to create a file folder. Basically means it create a drive folder. So let me do that. Let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing we have created a drive. So let me just refresh this. Okay, actually we don't have to refresh it. Oh shit, we have refreshed it. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the folder that is Python error. Excellent. So the presence of this folder shows that we have successfully integrated Asana and Google Drive with help of Pabbly Connect. So before you leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So first of all, I'm just going to minimize this action window. Okay, and I'm going to minimize this action window and I'm going to minimize the trigger window. So basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First you integrated Asana to Pabbly Connect and then you have used this action window to get a task details. After you have got the task detail, you have integrated Google Drive to Pabbly Connect and then you have created a folder. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Asana and Google Drive. Excellent. Hello everyone. So in this video, we will learn how to sync Trello cards to Google Drive. So imagine this, you are building an awesome board in Trello. And once you have added a new card for this board in Trello, you want to save the image from this card into Google Drive, just to be safe. So here you have two choices. The first choice is download the image from Trello and re-upload the image back into Google Drive. The problem with this approach is it's actually very repetitive and tiresome, considering you will be building many cards. So I would suggest that you bring in some automation so that whenever a new card is added in Trello, it will automatically create a file in Google Drive. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Trello and Google Drive. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you on my screen. Okay, so we are basically going to begin with a small example. So this is my Trello account and this is the board I'm using called as the gold board. Okay, and these are the list we have: awesome list, red list, blue list, test, pink list. And in the pink list, I'm going to add a new card. So let's say the name of the card is Samsung phone. Okay, and I have added this card, and inside this card, I'm going to add a description. So the description is Samsung phone rocks. Okay, this is a small description, and here we are going to add an attachment. So this is the attachment we have. I'm just going to enter a small image, a PNG image. Okay, so this is the image. Okay, so let me just add it, open it. Okay, so the image has been added. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to close this and let me just have a look in Google Drive. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the image and this is the title of the image, Samsung phone. So basically this is the whole gist of the process. Anytime a new card is created in Trello and if an attachment is added in Trello, it will be reflected as a file in Google Drive. So to begin the actual integration process, let me just type pabbly.com in the new tab. So Pabbly.com is an integration software which has an integration software called as Pabbly Connect. So using Pabbly Connect, we are going to integrate Trello and Google Drive. So what I'm going to do here is, this is the website of Pabbly.com. Let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. So let me just scroll down and here you will find Connect. Just click on Access now. Okay, so as you may know this, there is already an integration that is working between Trello and Google Drive. So basically I have already created a workflow. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch off this workflow. So this is the workflow that was working with, and I have switched off this workflow. If I didn't switch off this workflow, it will give dual results. It's actually none of your concern, but so for your consideration, we are going to start from scratch. So let me just click on this button, create workflow. Okay, so when you click on this button, create workflow, a dialog box appears in front of you. So basically we have to give a name to this workflow. I'm going to give it as Trello to Google Drive. Trello to Google Drive. Okay, and let me just click on create. Okay, so when you click on create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So basically we are going to build a new workflow from scratch. Now, if you want to clone this workflow, will make sure that the link of this workflow is available in the description box. So in the choose app, since we want to integrate with Trello, how about we make it as Trello? Okay, so in the trigger event, we basically want to send the data when a new card is added. So let's make it as new card. Okay, so new card is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger event is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new card is added in Trello, then what action should be taken by the system? Now, of course, we do have a ton of trigger events like new board, card moved to a list, new label. Now, if you want more trigger events according to your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build a trigger event for you. But at present, I just want to send the data when a new card is added in Trello. So basically, the gist is we are just trying to integrate Trello to Pabbly Connect. So let me just click on connect with Trello. Okay, so in the new credentials, we have to fill in these 3 blanks. So the first blank is of a username, then we have the API key, and the last is of token. So to get this detail, all you have to do is just click on here. Okay, as you can see, there is a button called as here. Just click this. So what I'm going to do here is I've just opened this in a new tab. Okay, so this is your API key. I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the API key. Now we have to enter the username as well as the token. So to get the username as well as the token, first of all, we are going to generate a token. So let me just click on here. Okay, so this is your username. I have copied this and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the username. Now coming to the token. So to get the token, let me just scroll down and let me just click on this button, allow. Okay, so this is the token. This is the token we want, and let me just paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the username, the API key, as well as the token. All we have to do at this point is just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. Now, usually what we do here is we basically copy this whole webhook URL and paste it into the triggering software. But in this case, we don't have to do it. We basically have to mention the board as well as the list with which we want to receive the data from. So at present, we do have a ton of boards. So basically, these are all the boards that is present in my Trello account. So let me just show you. So these are all the boards that is present in my Trello account. So for the time being, how about we go with the Moonstuck? Okay, so this is the board called as Moonstuck. So we want to receive the data from Moonstuck, so I'm just keeping it as Moonstuck. Now coming to this part called as the list. So as you can see, these are the list we have: Crater, Apollo, Equator, South Pole, North Pole, Tropic of Cancer. I think there are more, many more. Capricorn, Office, task assigned. So basically all the list that is present here will be reflected here. So as you can see, we do have the same list: Apollo, Equator, South Pole, North Pole, Tropic of Cancer, Capricorn, Office, task assigned. So what if I create a new list? Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to add one more list. So the name of the list is new task, just a random name, new task, and let me just click on add list. Okay, so a list called as new task has been added. So let me just click on refresh. So we can expect to find a newly created list. Yes, we do have the list called as new task. Okay, so basically the gist is whenever a new card is created in this particular list, the data will be sent. So before we do that, all we have to do is just click on save and send test request. So when we click on save and send test request, it will integrate Pabbly Connect. It will integrate Pabbly Connect with this particular board, that is Moonstruck, and this particular list, that is new task. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing it has successfully integrated now. Now, basically, it means that whenever a new card is created in this list, Pabbly Connect has to capture the data. So as to ensure that Pabbly Connect captures this data, let me just click on this button, capture webhook response. Okay, so it is showing it is waiting for the data. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to add a new card. Okay, so the name of the card is, let's say, Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. Okay, so this is the card. Let me just click on add card. Okay, so let's have a look in Pabbly Connect. Do we have the data of this particular card, that is Robert Downey Jr.? Oh yes, we do have the data. So as you can see, the name is Robert Downey Jr. Okay, and this is assigned in this board, that is Moonstruck. So basically we have got this data. So basically we have got the card name, okay, Robert Downey Jr. Now, what if I actually add some description as well as an attachment? So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to mention some description. Tony Stark is Robert Downey Jr. Okay, so this is a small description, and here I'm going to add an attachment. So I'm just going to add an attachment from my computer. So this is the image. Okay. So it has been uploaded, tonystark.jpg, and let me just go to Pabbly Connect, and we will be expecting that the data will arrive here automatically, but that is not the case. So basically we have to retrieve this particular information from the card. So to retrieve the information from the card, let me just introduce one more action window. Okay, so here in the choose app, how about we make it as Trello once again, because we want to retrieve the information from a Trello card. So basically the gist is we have created a new card, okay, Robert Downey Jr. and we have also entered the description, Tony Stark is Robert Downey Jr. and also we have added the attachment, but we don't have the data of that same. Okay, so basically what we're going to do here is in the action event, how about we make it as, let me just scroll down, okay, and let me just click on get card details. Okay, so this is the action event we want, get card details. So let me just click on connect with Trello. So basically we have already entered the username API key as in the token. So I'm just going to straight away go to the recent settings. So this is the one, Trello/40, and let me just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, you have a blank called as the card ID. So your obvious question is, what is the card ID? So basically when Pabbly Connect had received the data of the newly created card, it has generated a card ID. So basically this is your card ID, action data card ID. So basically we want to input this detail here, okay, from here into this blank. Now to do that, all we have to do is just click on this button. This button is called as the mapping button. When we click this, we will find all the data that we have received from the card. So basically this is the card ID. Okay, so we have mapped it. So let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing the data. So we have the description, Tony Stark is Robert Downey Jr. Okay, so as you can see, this is the same description, Tony Stark is Robert Downey Jr. Okay, now coming to the image. So to get the image, let me just scroll down. Okay, and here at the bottom, at the near bottom, you will find, okay, so this is the image. Okay, so this is the image. So let me just copy this. This is the image URL. Let me just copy this and open this in a new tab. So you will get the gist. So as you can see, this is the image. So what I'm going to do here is basically we want to input this URL, okay, this basic URL into the action window of Google Drive. You will understand it in a second. So what I'm going to do here is, since we want to upload this particular file into Google Drive, let me introduce you to one more action window. So this time let's make it as Google Drive, because we want to insert this file into Google Drive. That is why Google Drive it is. Now in the action event, how about we make it as upload a file. So where is our This is the action event we want, upload a file. Now, of course, we do have a ton of action event like move a file, move a folder, share a file, add members to a shared drive. Now, in case if you want more action events according to your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build more action events for you. But at present, I basically just want to upload a file. So let me just click on connect with Google Drive. In the new credentials, let me just click on connect with Google Drive. Okay, so as you can see, these are the series of Gmail accounts I have. Now, since you want to get the information from a particular Google Drive, okay, so this is the Google Drive that I'm interested in. Okay, so I'm selecting this one. So where is it? I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the Google Drive. This is the Gmail in which the Google Drive is present. So I'm selecting this one. Okay, so now it is asking me to confirm my choice. So before I click on allow, let me tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. Okay, so on the basis of that trust, let me just press allow. Okay, so it is showing the authorization successful. Just press OK. So as you can see, we do have 3 blanks to fill: the URL, the folder ID, as well as the file name. Now, basically the URL, as I mentioned before, is this. Okay, so basically this is the URL you want. So basically what I'm going to do here is, let me just scroll down and click on the mapping button, go to the second accordion, and let me just scroll down in the second accordion. Okay, so I think it was in the fourth or third. Yeah, so I think this is the one. Okay, so we have mapped it. Now coming to the folder ID. So folder ID is basically this. Okay, so this is your folder ID. Now let me just show you. So the name of the folder is called as Elon Musk. So let me just click on my drive. So this is the folder ID we have. Okay, so as you can see, these are the folders we have: Elon Musk, Aaron, Legium. So basically all these folders have different ID. For example, if I click on this folder, okay, so basically this is your folder ID. So basically we have to input this particular detail here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, first of all, I'm going to create a new folder for Trello cards. So the name of the folder is Trello cards. Okay, so of course you can give any name according to your discretion. Let me just click on create. Okay, so this is the newly created folder, okay, Trello cards. And this is the folder ID you want. Copy this up to here, okay, copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so now coming to the file name. So basically we want to create a very unique name so that Pabbly Connect doesn't get confused. So the idea is that we will actually input the name of the person, okay, the name of the card. Okay, so basically the card name was Robert Downey Jr. So as you can see, the name of the card is Robert Downey Jr. So we have mapped that name, and also we have to enter the extension. Now the extension in my case is JPG. Okay, so we have mapped it, and let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing the data has been sent. So let's have a look. So basically when we look into this drive, and specifically this folder that is Trello cards, we can expect to find the image in the, yeah. So as you can see, we do have the image. So this is the image of Robert Downey Jr. So basically this is the whole gist. Whenever a new card is created with an attachment, if it is an image, it will be shown in Google Drive. It will be stored in Google Drive. So that was it. Now before we end this, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So I'm just going to minimize this action window. Okay, I'm going to minimize this action window, and I'm going to minimize the trigger window. So basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First you integrated Trello to Pabbly Connect, and then you have again used Trello to get the card details. Okay, so after getting the card details, you have used the URL to upload that file in Google Drive. So basically now we have a perfect integration between Trello and Google Drive. Hello everyone. So in this video, we will learn how to add files from Google Drive folders to Google Sheets. So imagine this, you are using Google Drive to store your files. So the idea is that once a file is uploaded in Google Drive, the details of this file will be stored in Google Sheets, just for backup. So here you have two choices. The first choice is copy all the details of the file from Google Drive, sort it out, and manually add the detail in Google Sheets. Now the problem with this approach is it's actually very repetitive and tiresome. So here I would suggest that you bring in some automation so that whenever a new file is created or uploaded, it will automatically enter this data in Google Sheet. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Google Drive and Google Sheets. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you with an example. Okay, so basically this is my Google Drive, and here I'm going to upload, let's say, a PNG file. Basically, I'm just uploading an image. So let's see which image I can upload. So let me just go to quick access and let me upload the image of a Tesla. So this is the car Tesla. I'm uploading the image of a Tesla car. And remember this, the name of this folder is files. Okay, so the image has been uploaded. As you can see, this is the image tesla.png. So now the idea is that once this file or the image is uploaded in Google Drive, it will be added as a data in Google Sheets. So let me just take you to Google Sheets. So this is my Google Sheet, and as you may see, these are the two images that I had uploaded earlier, and that is why we have their data in Google Sheets. So let me just refresh this and let's see whether we have the data of Tesla also. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the image. Okay, so this is a image URL, and then we have the name, that is tesla.png, and this is the time at which it was created. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on this link. Okay, and basically I'm just going to click on this link and open this in a new tab. So we just have to figure out if this link that is shared in our Google Drive, that was shared from Google Drive into Google Sheet, is working or not. So let it open. So if the image is of the same Tesla car, so our integration is working. So if it is not, then we have to figure something out. Okay, so let's explore. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the image of the Tesla car. So basically our integration is working. So this is the whole gist in the whole process. This is basically the whole gist. You add an image or a file in Google Drive, it will be reflected as a data in Google Sheets. So to begin the actual integration process in the new tab, let me just type pabbly.com. So your obvious question is, why pabbly.com? Well, we have an app called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Google Drive and Google Sheets. So basically this is the website of pabbly.com. Let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. So let me just scroll down, and here you will find Connect. Just click on Access now. Okay, so basically we are going to create a new workflow. Now before I create a new workflow, there is something else I have to do. Now, as you may see that we have already integrated Google Drive and Google Sheets. That is why we have got the data in Google Sheets. Now this is the workflow that has integrated Google Drive and Google Sheets. Now I'm going to switch off this workflow. So your obvious question is, why are we switching off this workflow? Well, the answer is very simple. Because we are going to create a new workflow, this old workflow running in parallel to it will create the problem of duplication of results. Basically, for the same image in Google Drive, since there are two workflows running, the old as well as the new, the data will be entered twice in Google Sheets. So to avoid the duplication of results, I have switched off this workflow. But it is actually none of your concern, because we are going to start from scratch by clicking on Create Workflow. Okay, so I'm going to enter a name to this workflow. So how about Google Drive to Google Sheets? Of course, you can give any name according to your discretion. It's totally up to you. So when you click on Create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. Now basically we are going to create a new workflow. Now if you directly want to access this workflow, you can clone the template of this workflow, which I have shared in the description box. So basically in the Choose app, all we have to do is just type Google Drive. Okay, Google Drive it is. Google Drive. Okay, so now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new file in specific folder? New file in specific folder is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if this condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new file is uploaded in a specific folder in Google Drive, then what action should be taken by the system? Now at present, we only have one more trigger event, that is new file. Now in case if you want more triggers of your choice, all you have to do is approach the help section, click here, and you will be taken to Pabbly forums. So basically in Pabbly forums, you can just make a request that you want so and so triggers. So just make a request here that you want so and so trigger events. So let me just take you back to Pabbly Connect, and let me just click on Connect. Now in the connection name, let me just click on one more time, Connect with Google Drive. Now basically it will ask for the series of Gmail. It will actually show the series of Gmail accounts I have. Now in one particular Gmail account, the Google Drive is present where I will be uploading the file. Okay, so as you can see, these are the series of Gmail accounts I have. And I'm interested in uploading the PNG file or any sort of file in this particular Google Drive, that is Michael Carres. So I'm selecting this one. Okay, excellent. Now it is asking me to confirm my choice. So before I press allow, let me tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. So on the basis of that trust, let me just press allow. Okay, so it is showing the authorization is successful. Just press OK. So basically, as you can see, there is only one field, that is for folders. And when we click this, we will find only one in the drop-down, that is files. So basically, let me explain you that. So there is only one folder in my Google Drive, and the name of the folder is files. So when I click on save and send test request, it will fetch me the data of that recently uploaded file in this particular folder. Okay, so if you don't get it, you may remember the recently uploaded file was of Tesla. Okay, so when I click on save and send test request, it will fetch the detail of the Tesla car that we had uploaded. So let me just show you that. Okay, so as you can see, yeah, the title is tesla.png. So what I'm going to do here is, for your consideration, I'm going to create one more folder. Okay, so this is my Google Drive. Let me just take you back. And I'm going to create one more folder and upload one more file in it. So the name of the folder is Google Sheets Data. Just a random name that's popping in my head. The reason I'm giving it as Google Sheets Data is because we will be sending the data to Google Sheets. That is why. So now we have two folders, that is Google Sheets Data. Oh, I'm sorry. Basically, we have accidentally created this particular folder, that is Google Sheets Data, in this folder only, files. I actually wanted to create in my drive. So we are going to create one more folder, and this folder will be outside of the files folder. Okay, just ignore the step that I had made. Just a small mistake. Okay, so basically this is the home page of my Google Drive, and here I'm going to create a new folder. Okay, the last time I actually created folder inside this folder, so that was kind of wrong. So how about we rename this as Google Sheets Database. Google Sheets Database, I'm sorry, Google Sheets Database. And let me just click on create. So we at present have two folders, that one is file and one is Google Sheets Database. So let me just take you to Pabbly Connect and let me just refresh this. So when I click on refresh, I can expect to find this newly created file folder in the drop down. So we have two folders at this point, Google Sheets Database and the files. Okay, for some reason we have again mentioned the folder name wrong. Okay, yeah, basically we have mentioned it wrong. It's okay. Doesn't really matter. You can actually give any name according to your discretion. It's totally up to you. Okay, so when I click on save and send test request, it won't give any data because we haven't uploaded any file in this particular folder. So that is why it is giving the response as nil. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to open this folder. Okay, let me just open this. And inside this folder, I'm going to upload a file. So basically, I'm just going to upload another image. So let me just go to file upload, and we are going to upload an image. So the image I'm going to upload, let me just go to quick access because I just recently downloaded these images. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to upload the image of Bugatti. Okay, so Bugatti it is getting uploaded. Okay, so we have uploaded the image of Bugatti. Excellent. So let me just go to Pabbly Connect, and when I click on save and send test request this time, it will show the data of Bugatti car, that the image of the Bugatti car that we had uploaded. So let me just scroll down and let me just show you the image. Okay, yes, we do have the title, that is Bugatti1.png. So basically this is the image that we want. Now we have got this into Pabbly Connect. Now there is something you have to do. Now we basically want to share this image link into Google Sheets. Now we actually want to create a shareable link first. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to introduce one more window, and this window is called as the action window. Here, once again, I'm going to type Google Drive. Okay, so basically we have uploaded the file. Now we are going to make it as a shareable one. Okay, so let me just search for share a file with anyone. That's the one we want. Share a file with anyone. Okay, so let me just click on connect. And I'm just going to click on the recent setting, existing setting. Okay, so this is the recent one, hashtag 72, and let me just click on save. Okay, so as you can see, by default it is showing the file ID, that is tesla.png, because that's the file. Now what I'm going to do here is, this is actually a static ID. We basically want the dynamic ID, because when some other file, let's say we are uploading an image of Ferrari, so the file has been uploaded, but this part will remain static. It won't change. But at present we have Tesla, but if we upload an image of Ferrari, this part won't change. So basically this is static. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to toggle this to the right, and I'm going to insert the ID. So your obvious question is, what is a file ID? So basically let me just show you the file ID. Okay, so this is our file ID. So yeah, this is the file ID. Okay, so basically we are going to map this particular detail here. So what I'm going to do here is, first I'm going to click here, go to the first accordion, and this is the ID, and we have mapped it. So basically this is the ID for Tesla. Okay, I'm sorry, yeah, this is the ID for Bugatti. Okay, so we have mapped it, and let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so yeah, so as you can see, this is the link, shareable link. So to prove that it's a shareable link, I'm just going to copy this, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to open incognito mode, and here I'm just going to paste this link. Okay, so if it opens without asking you to log in into some account, so that means that's a shareable link. So let us explore. Yeah, indeed it is a shareable link. So we have got the image. So we are going to share this image into the cell of a Google Sheet. So to do that, let me introduce one more window. So this is another action window. Now in the choose of, let's make it as Google Sheets, because we want to send the data to Google Sheets. Google Sheets it is. Okay, Google Sheets. Now in the action event, how about we make it as add new row? Okay, so add new row is an action event. Now, just like the trigger events, if you want more action events, just go to Pabbly forums and make a request that you want so-and-so action event. Now, for the time being, we are just going to add a new row. So now your obvious question is, why are we making the action event as add new row? Well, the answer is very simple. The reason we have making the action event as add new row is, let me just take you to the newly created Google Sheet. So as you can see, this is a newly created Google Sheet. Okay, let me just close the old one, because I just want you to show the whole process from scratch. That is why I have created this new Google Sheet. So we have 3 columns here: file name, file URL, and created it. Now the reason I have mentioned the action event as add new row is basically the idea is that all the rows, all the adjacent rows will be filled one by one. First this row will be filled, then this row, and then this row. Okay, so let me just take you back to Pabbly Connect, and let me just click on connect. Okay, so now there is something, I'm going to show you something. For example, we uploaded the file in a Google Drive of a person called as Michael Karas. But I also have a secondary account, secondary Gmail account. So my plan is in that secondary Gmail account, I have a Google Sheet, and in that Google Sheet, I'm going to enter these details. So the idea is that if, let's say, a particular one Google Drive gets corrupted, we still have the database in another Google Drive. Okay, so let me just click on connect with Google Sheets. Okay. Now, as you can see, the last time we had uploaded the image, it was in this particular Gmail account, in this Google Drive of this Gmail account. But in case of Google Sheet, I'm going to use this account. Okay, so the reason I have mentioned it very clearly, this is because the idea is that if one of the Google Drives get corrupted, I still have the data in another one. That is why. Okay, so basically it's the idea that don't put all the eggs in the same basket. Basically the same thing. Okay, so the authorization is successful. Just press OK. Okay, so as you can see, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. The purpose of these blanks is very simple. We are going to add the data into Google Sheet that we have received from Google Drive via Pabbly Connect. Now, as you can see in the spreadsheet, it is showing content marketing for SaaS software. So when we expand this, these are all the Google Sheets that is present in my account. But I want to add the data into this particular Google Sheet, Google Drive database. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, let me just show you. This is the one, Google Drive database. So we have selected it. Now, there is something you should know that this particular Google Sheet has only one sheet. Okay, this particular spreadsheet, Google Drive database, has only one sheet. That is sheet 1. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to show you that this particular spreadsheet has only one sheet. That is sheet 1. Okay, it is only reflecting one sheet. That is sheet 1. Now, let's start mapping. So we have the file name, file URL, and created it. Basically, it's showing the same fields that is present as columns. So first of all, let's start mapping. So the file name is basically the name of the image. So that was, I think, Bugatti.png. Okay, so we had uploaded the image of Bugatti. So that is why the image is Bugatti.png, and we have mapped it. Now coming to the file URL. So this is the most important thing. So we are going to the second accordion and we are going to map the shareable link. This is the link and we have mapped it. Now the time at which this was created, so this was created at this time. So this is some data I've received from the first accordion. Yes, so we have mapped it. All I'm going to do here is just click on save and send test request to send the data to our Google Sheets. So the API response is indeed positive. So let me just take you to Google Sheet. Yes. So basically we have the file name, the file URL, and created it. So the presence of this data shows that we have successfully integrated Google Drive and Google Sheets with help of Pabbly Connect. Now, before you leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So let me just take you to Pabbly Connect and let me just minimize this action window, minimize this action window, and minimize the trigger window. So basically, this is the whole process in a nutshell. First, you integrated Google Drive to Pabbly Connect, and then you have introduced one action window. So basically, this action window is to share a file with anyone. You basically converted a simple URL into a URL that can be shared with anyone without them logging into your account. Okay, so then we have the action event, that is integration of Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Google Drive and Google Sheets. Excellent.